sound pack ready, call it pre-roll. Backstage blown out, tranquilo. Look at me though, got tons, no kilos. No blunts, no freeload. No booth, no egos. Set the roof on fire, amigo. Amigo, one love, get it legal.
Pacifico was brewed for those who follow their own path. That's living life anchors out.
It's a young Paul Bunyan in this bitch. I got babes. Swear to God, it's some real test. Real shit, whole squad gotta feel this. Swear to God, this light work. Back and forth through the night till the light hurt. I'm that shit, you are gonna need a diaper. When it come to getting pussy, I'm a lifer. When you thought I couldn't get nicer, your boy step in the ring like Tiger. And you wonder how good my mood is. Walk around the hood, all I get is deuces. Bitch, me, you ain't know the food is. Getting 8 shades all through the movies. Yeah. Motherfucker, I'm gooder. Would you like some popcorn along with that butter? I would like a sister along with that mother. What's up? Walking around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I got a buzzer. Looking at me like what up, brother? Looking back like shut up. What's up? Walking around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I'm trying to cut up. You ain't trying to put up, shut up. Fuck up. Swear to God, I'm an animal. Killer on the down low. Swear to God, I'm the baddest out. Alright, go ahead, get your cameras out. What the fuck is up with that bitch over there? Me mugging, I think I should stand up and go see if it needs something. See these biggest motherfuckers right beside of me. Known their whole lives, they would never lie to me. This is the beginning of a dynasty. You should be thinking of more ways you could be kind to me. Swear that your whole crew is boo-boo. Looking like some dudes that I could easily chew through. I know this ain't probably what you used to, but everybody welcome on the wagon, go choo-choo. When people tell me I regret that in the morning, I sleep till noon. I sleep till noon. When people tell me I regret that in the morning, I sleep till noon. I sleep till noon. What's up? Walking around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I got a buzzer. Looking at me like what up, brother? Looking back like shut up. What's up? Walking around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I'm trying to cut up. You ain't trying to put up, shut up. Fuck up. Swear to God, dick game. Bitch made bitch tank like a fish tank. Swear to God, shoot switch, man. Puddle so big, could've been a piss tank. Look at my lifestyle, put it on DVD. Look how I'm knee deep. This is my CTV. Up in the TP, smoking with 3 keys. Up in some beefy. These are my GTG. Get it right, man. Get it right. Swear to God, I'm a GGG. Get it right, man. Get it right. Swear to God, I'm a GGG. Get it right, man. Get it right. Swear to God, I'm a GGG. Get it right, man. Get it right. Swear to God, I'm a GGG. When people tell me I regret that in the morning, I sleep till noon. I sleep till noon. When people tell me I regret that in the morning, I sleep till noon. I sleep till noon. What's up? Walking around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I got a buzzer. Looking at me like what up, brother? Looking back like shut up. What's up? Walking around like what's up? Everybody in the bar know I'm trying to cut up. You ain't trying to put up, shut up. Fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up though. You. Hey, I don't like this dude. This dude looking at me right here. He kicked the fuck out of the club right now. Shut the fuck up. You know, I'm trying to get it cut up. I'm just shooting the breeze. I just got too much swag. The swag's on fleek.
It's a celebration, bitches. Echo and Chris Webby. Real rap shit. Let's go.
I spit it grimier than most do it. Rap's truest, I know the flow fluent. And no student at school, I was the most truant. Echo will ruin the way you listen to rap now. A boom bap kid that will murder your modern trap sound. I got him rap now, Ricky Bobby on the beat. And shake and bake, it's a mistake if you're fucking with me. Bringing the heat, I'm not allowed in California now. The last time that I entered, I burned an entire city down. They still ignore the skill I'm bringing to the table. Disable pre-existing thoughts from the grave to the cradle. Nobody left to save you, I am the hero now. No superpowers, I just devoured these beats for now. Yeah, coming with the real and we don't back down. I see you talking in the street, but where you at now? I'm not about calling you out, but if the news spits, protect your neck, cause I'm back on my bullshit. Yeah, coming with the real and we don't back down. I'm with my goons playing shows in a packed house. I'm not about calling you out, but if the news spits, protect your neck, cause I'm back on my bullshit. Yeah, fuck anybody who said it would never be anything, Looking around and it's funny that none of y'all ever did anything, You do it for money, but all of this loving has really been taking me up. I'm broke as fuck, but I'm feeling like I'm $1 million. Yeah, it's deadly when Echo and Webby shut them down. These rappers nowadays, some Disney manufactured sound. And I'm more quitting, going big, yeah, I'm notorious. And killing every bill I'm on, this bastard isn't glorious. Ignoring us, but that's alright, I see the truth lucid. You really think you need the cloud to show your worth? Stupid. You got the skills to hang with giants in the booth, prove it. You wanted raw, now they got me back up on my bullshit. Yeah, coming with the real and we don't back down. I see you talking in the street, but where you at now? I'm not about calling you out, but if the news spits, protect your neck, cause I'm back on my bullshit. Yeah, coming with the real and we don't back down. I'm with my goons playing shows in a packed house. I'm not about calling you out, but if the news spits, protect your neck, cause I'm back on my bullshit.
I've been the illest motherfucker since my mama hacking traction. Sharp as Hattori Hanzo, I'ma cut him into fractions. Chiropractor in action, the way I be snapping, I'm spitting till I'm fucking blue in the face. Dr. Manhattan, when they hit me for collabing, we gon' send them to the grave. And they gon' hear the echo like they yelling in the cave. And they gon' feel the web like they digging through the attic. And come across an arachnid, get bit, now they symptomatic. With cold sweats and the shakes, nervous system shutting down. That's the type of venom I'm coming with if you fuck around. Eddie Brock with a mix of Betty Crocker, the way I'm cooking, so you shouldn't, or you'll end up just a fossil in my footprint. I'm a bullet with a name on it, loaded with the aim on it, pointed at the wall behind you just to leave your brains on it. Artist with a fucking canvas full of blood stains on it. Grab the mic and spit some game on it. Webby.
Yeah, coming with the real and we don't back down. I see you talking in the street, but where you at now? I'm not about calling you out, but if the news spits, protect your neck, cause I'm back on my bullshit. Yeah, coming with the real and we don't back down. I'm with my goons playing shows in a packed house. I'm not about calling you out, but if the news spits, protect your neck, cause I'm back on my bullshit.
In times like these, Citizens Bank knows it's important we come together to support.
Yeah, I want a couple million in my debit account. And I want a car so foreign it's too hard to pronounce. And I want a bomb so big that I could light up an ounce. Yeah, I want solid gold toilet bowls in my house.
Yeah, no more living with my mom and dad. Now they got a guest room in my ballin' pad. Got a saltwater pool where the dolphins at. Warren Buffett's on the line. Shit, I call him back. Can't you see I'm trying to rap here, Mary? Oh yeah, that's Mary, my full-time secretary. She got no gag reflex, not at all. So y'all can imagine how she got the job. And my refrigerator full of champagne, dresser drawer full of uncut cocaine. Turn my dining room into a fucking arcade. Yeah, that'll be the day.
Yeah, I want a couple million in my debit account. And I want a car so foreign it's too hard to pronounce. And I want a bomb so big that I could light up an ounce. Yeah, I want solid gold toilet bowls in my house. I want that good life, yeah. I want that good life, yeah. I want that good life, yeah. I want solid gold toilet bowls in my house.
With the helipad and a living chef. His name's Jeff and he keeps my kitchen fresh. Sauteing mushrooms with a chicken breast, and then we tag team hoes on my private jet. I got exotic pets, they all around me chilling. Stretch hot tub with 1,000 women in a castle bigger than Bowser lived in, with a secret back room where I count my millions. I got money stacks stashed away. My garage got cars in a vast array. Whole island to myself like Castaway. Yeah, that'll be the day.
Yeah, I want a couple million in my debit account. And I want a car so foreign it's too hard to pronounce. And I want a
4 carats in my shower head, toilet bowl in the frame that's around my bed. What? I got Miss America giving back rubs in my solid gold bathtub. Cause you know that I be living life like Mr. Deeds with a diamond rolling tray where I twist my tree. So picture me on every Forbes list you see, cause I'ma get there eventually. So everybody say,
a couple million in my debit account, and I want a car so foreign it's too hard to pronounce, and I want a bomb so big that I could light up an ounce. Yeah, I want solid gold toilet bowls in my house. Yeah, I want a couple million in my debit account, and I want a car so foreign it's too hard to pronounce, and I want a bomb so big that I could light up an ounce. Yeah, I want solid gold toilet bowls in my house.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, nope, not that. Damn it. We're off to a great start. Hello, everybody. Shalom. It's the dark side of the internet's favorite shitlord, Oslo. I hope you guys are hearing me okay. Oh, PPP lost? Oh no. I am so shocked that PPP lost. That was a losing battle to begin with, I think. Golden Toilets by Chris Webby. Citizens Bank, yeah, I need to get ad block, but I'm too lazy. Am I coming in okay, boys? Do I sound good to you? Oh, good. Oh, I gotta get the backup music going. I gotta get our lo-fi going. Oh, there we go. Much better. Alright, I'm coming in alright, K-Dun? Alright, let's do some soundboard tests.
Because I have no fucking self-control.
Got the soundboard test, just making sure everything coming in A-okay. Want some fucking standards. Sounds good? Okay. So, I'm gonna leave it up to you boys, since you boys decided to show up for this shit show. Do we go over the other half of the James Lugo interview first, or we go right into Ask the King? I'm leaving it up to you boys, because you guys are the smart ones. Ask the King? Alright. Alright, we'll go Ask the King first. Alright. Ask the King Part 1. Personal update. Ubisoft games and my fault. Alright. Let's turn down this a little bit though. I feel like the music's coming in a little too loud on my end. Boop. Make sure that you guys can see my screen. That's my mute. Nope, that's that. There we go. Alright, we're figuring out how to stream again. Bam. Alright, let's get to it. Turn him up all the way.
Mail, motherfucker.
Oh, we still use his mail, motherfucker? Oh, cool.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. DSP here, and welcome to another episode of Ask the King. This is my...
Yes, he is sped up a little bit just to keep the pace up. It is late night. It's also Mother's Day, so tell your moms you love them. Unless you don't, then I can't control that.
And falling off the top of the screen for some reason. Let me fix that. This is my Q&A show, where every couple of months, I usually do the show and answer your questions, whether you submitted them on my forums, thekingofhate.com.
Yep, the same like 7 or 8 questions.
Or however you may submit them. Sometimes we have a time for a segment where I answer your questions from the stream chat here live on.
Usually that's how it boils down.
The thing is, there's been so much going on in the realms of gaming and my streams. I haven't had a chance to do one of these shows since January. I know, that's been a long time coming that I would do enough.
Have you been busy or lazy? Because not a lot's really happened. You've just been playing a lot of games. You could have just taken a day to do this anyway.
Ask the King, and I apologize to those of you who are looking forward to the show. And really
who looks forward to this?
Late March, but in late March, if you
I don't. I look forward to this part of the stream. Ask the King.
In April, I got an ear infection. And because of the ear infection, I lost a whole day of streaming, and I was like, well, the one thing that could really
Wait, YouTube shadow banned some of your comments? That's lame. Fuck you, Susan.
I wanted to continue on and not fall behind on. Alright, so here we are. It's actually early May. It's May 7th.
It's May 10th, actually. Well, it's May 10th, because I'm lazy.
episode, I believe, 81 of Ask the King, which is pretty awesome.
He's been doing this for fucking ever, and he hasn't even hit 100 episodes yet? That's a little shocking.
Obviously, that this show has been long running. You know, we're actually getting up to almost 100 episodes, which is pretty crazy.
You're not going to get there
now,
soon,
one thing
Phil.
that's a
At
lot
this pace, it'd be like years.
A lot different from usual. We've got a crazy ongoing streak, as you can see.
Yeah,
of
plug
me
that vest
putting
streak,
my
buddy.
tip's goal during every stream and putting on the vest in celebration. Now, the vest didn't even exist on the last episode of Ask the King. You guys don't even know what I'm talking about.
Does he think there's just like this pocket audience that only listens to Ask the King? That they just don't know? Come on, man.
But this is basically something that I started doing in late February. I was doing a retrospective event, and people saw me wearing this vest in a video, a vlog from like 10 years ago. And they were like, what is that vest you still have?
I know, his ear does hurt. We should all feel so sorry.
Well, as a celebration, if we hit your tips goal, put on the vest for us. And I've now hit the tips goal 66 straight damn streams, which is crazy, okay? Pretty damn crazy that this has happened, all right? Now, the vest streak is continuing on the line today. This very stream, if we hit the tips goal, I'll put the vest on during Ask the King. But I don't know if it's going to happen, and quite frankly, some people were telling me that there was issues with tipping. So I went through this big thing, and hopefully tipping is working out. I hope, because it would really suck if tipping's not working. I'm not aware. And now we can't hit
Oh
the tips
no.
goal because
Oh no.
tipping is broken.
Don't bully me for not having ad block.
So I tried. I think it's working. One person-
Don't bully me for not having ad block, please. Oh dear.
So we'll see what happens. If you see me calling out tips and all of a sudden I put on a vest during Ask the King, that's why. It's something that's just been a running thing for over a month now, and I know that's never been a part of Ask
Oh
the
look,
King.
it's like it never happened.
Now, in addition to this,
How about that
there's
shit?
been a
I'm
lot
not an
of
idiot at
stuff going on
all.
recently regarding my personal life, and I've been talking about this on my streams
Oh.
recently that legally I am bound. I cannot
Oh.
say specifics whatsoever.
Okay, here we go, boys.
But I will, right before we get started with questions here on the stream, I will say a little statement, kind of a pre-prepared statement that I have about the whole situation. So at least people who
Did Rochelle approve this statement, Dark?
Okay, you'll have one.
We got a Rochelle approved statement. Take a sip beforehand. Was that in the script?
And we'll go from there. But primarily, that's not what the show is going to be about. It's about your questions that you submitted on my forum.
No, don't bully me, Declan. Please, I'm a good boy.
End of the stream, where I'll be answering questions from the stream chatters as well. A few apologies in advance. First of all, my allergies have been really bad this past month. My throat has been gunked up quite a lot. It's actually not that bad.
That sounded like a forced, like, cue, like, throat clear. Come on, man.
I had an ear infection in my right ear.
Ear infections. Oh,
And I got a
no.
left ear infection that I'm putting medicine in every day. So my whole, like, my ears clogged up.
I know this stream's a bit of a shit show, boys, but it's late.
But I'm doing my best to be here and be consistent and put out streams for you guys regardless. So if any of that affects the stream in advance, I apologize for all of that. Okay,
There
guys?
we go.
A couple quick shout outs before we jump right
I'm
into
doing good, Jackal's Lair. How are you doing, boy? You doing good?
1080.
Oh, did...
Apologize for all of it. But I'm doing my best to be here and be consistent. Ears clogged up, my equilibrium's thrown off. It's really screwed up.
I don't know if I talked over his little statement.
For you guys regardless. So if any of that affects the stream in advance, I apologize for all of that. Okay, guys? A couple quick shout outs before we jump.
You gotta tell me a lot of times.
All right, first of all,
Insectoids in here.
1080.
We got the Bully Squad hashtag. I love it. You boys know how to make a girl blush.
Okay, so thank you, Uchiha Madara, for the ongoing support. I appreciate that. 3 months. Gerg Derpson did a 100-bit share and called me an absolute legend. Well, thank you, Gerg. I mean, start here. All right. Okay. Now, we're about to get started with questions, but before I answer a single question, as I told you guys, I want to make a public statement about stuff going on in my personal life, but I can't be specific. Just warning you guys, I can't give you any dirt or anything like that. Right?
Can't give any dirt 'cause it's already out there. Everyone's been rolling in it for months.
All over the internet for the last 4 months, and there was absolutely nothing I could do about that with this whole process that I was involved in. I knew there was going to be things that were public or made public that there was no control over. All right, and so I tried to kind of nip this whole thing in the butt way back in January. I told you guys ahead of time what was going on, and I gave you details about it and everything. And at that time, some people were like, "Oh, okay," and some people just kind of downplayed it. But then when the actual information that I forewarned all of you was going to hit the internet hit, all of a sudden it was like every drama queen on the internet latched onto this story.
Every drama queen. Okay, we're gonna let that one just right past.
And just ran with it for months and months.
Let's let that one pass.
They fabricated the most ridiculous, preposterous, insane, concocted theories, conspiracy theories, and insane slander and negativity towards me that they possibly could, in order to basically make it like a 4-month 3-ring circus of, wow, Phil's life sucks, Phil's going down.
I mean, Phil's life does suck.
All these ridiculous, immoral, illegal things, and blah, 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 blah. And none of that actually happened.
No, not bully hunters. Not bully hunters. Big difference.
And
big difference, Heavy.
Insanity happened on the internet.
The insanity
of the stuff going on. And I mean, literally every day there's something new, some new bullshit, some new spin, negative, toxic thing that people are saying. Just because I'm in this personal situation that this is the only real way I can handle it and move forward with
By just sitting here and crying about it.
Like I said, legally, I'm not allowed to talk specifics at all, which is why I'm being very, very general with what I'm saying here. I hope you guys understand that, but I'm sure a lot of you already know what I'm talking about, okay? So, I just kind of sat back, and I was like, what can I do? I'm just going to let it roll, right? And people took that as because I was sitting back and not saying anything about some of the absolute insane things that were going on in the conspiracy theories on the internet about me or whatever, that was,
bully stalkers? No, bully gang. Come on, man.
I'm not addressing it. That obviously means that
we gotta keep the joke. We gotta keep those really deep cut jokes alive, man.
The more that I said, the worse it would get for me. So I just let people say the nonsense they wanted to say on the internet, and I just continued every day to put out my fun and positive gameplay streams. All right.
Not fun and positive, but I guess it is kind of smart that you kept your mouth shut.
Stuff has come to light publicly.
In
the
end,
point where people are now shocked. Because people have made so much bullshit up, so much slander. People basically, content creators. We're not just talking, my haters.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is his little blow kiss to Nicky Rackets.
Creators on YouTube picked up the story of my personal life over the last 4 months.
No, oh, okay. There's an ad.
Or speculation, or lack of any facts whatsoever. And since I wasn't talking publicly about it, said, "Oh, everything we're saying must be true." Then all the shit we made up.
It's an auto battler.
Let's just find lo-fi hour mix, and oh look, no more ads.
And
we did it, Reddit.
Basically, my life was gonna fall apart.
No one can bully me now. I'm safe.
My life was gonna completely fall apart. This was the end of everything for Phil, and doom and gloom. He's on borrowed time and blah blah blah. And then in the last couple of days, basically, the complete polar opposite has happened. All right, things have come out now publicly, and people are like, "Oh my God, how could this be? The sky is falling. I can't believe this because we've been talking about this for 4 months."
Hang on, Dark's audio is DSP's audio a little low, boys? Because we can fix this very easily with a little audio balancing. I'm sorry, I'm not a professional streamer, dude. I'm just an idiot with too much free time on my hands. Boop. Boop. There we go. Let's see if that helps in the long run.
Once this was the end of Phil, and now Phil really must be immortal. Phil must be that guy that's going to be around forever because no matter what comes his way, no matter what happens to him, he survives. He survived the incident 4 years ago. He survived
masturbating in front of a bunch of people. Most people do. You don't jack off in front of people that blow up. Usually survive that.
Constant slander and controversy. He survived everyone trying to eliminate him from the internet, and now he survived this legal thing. So obviously, it's like a meme now.
It's a meme.
No matter what.
It's been a meme for like 11 years, buddy.
No matter what, I'm gonna survive, right? Whatever. For me, this whole thing, I never wanted to make public. I never would have told you guys a single piece of information about it if I didn't know that there were parts of it that automatically become public. Truth of the matter is, this whole process I've been through is something that many, many, many people go through over the years, but because I'm a public figure, people were all over it. Most people go through this and no one ever knows about it. It's something that's very private and behind the scenes. But because I'm a public figure and I have so many
because anytime any public figure company goes through bankruptcy, it's newsworthy.
Right? It's complete bullshit. Now.
Oh, let's take a sip together. Oh, we were just in sync there, bro. Nice job.
Conclusionary statement I have to say, again, very general, can't give you any specific. The one conclusionary statement I have to say about all of this is very simple. All right? If even a single piece of the things that people have been saying about me for the past 4 months were true, this outcome would not have happened. All right? The truth of the matter is, I knew the truth of the situation. I knew what was going on with my own personal stuff behind the scenes, and I stayed silent. I just basically said I'm not going to really talk too much about it because I'm just going to have faith that the truth of the matter will come out to the right parties. The right parties being my lawyer and the parties we had to work with for this legal process, period. Those are the people that matter. It didn't matter what idiots on the internet fabricated or said about me. Although admittedly, because of so much internet slander, my process was completely held up for months and months and months.
Okay.
Directly as a result of people doing stupid shit.
And it's all the trolls' fault. Basically, they fucked up your process. I mean, maybe it's because the trolls went through your shit with a fine-tooth comb. That maybe those amendments maybe saved your ass.
To the point where I had to
think about that, buddy.
So much additional information that
maybe the trolls saved you.
Have to do.
Kind of like how Chris Chan trolls protected him for a little bit. Then he got weird, like really weird.
The truth of the matter is, everything people said about me was bullshit. I provided
it was all bullshit?
Actual evidence of everything that I've ever said about myself to the correct parties. When provided with that evidence, they said, okay, wow, this is the truth of the matter, makes sense. Sucks that now you have this much slander all over the internet for you or whatever. And that was that. All right.
Oh yeah, everyone felt sorry. Nancy felt horrible.
Now for months and months, and their jaws have dropped. Oh my god, I can't believe this was the outcome. Well, you didn't have any facts. You literally stared at a sheet of information that was none of your business, with no context to any of that generalized information, no substantiation because you didn't have the information, so you don't know any of that. I'm not required to talk about it publicly, and I'm not going to, because any information that I give you guys publicly will be spun against me in a negative way, period. Like, I know that now. That's why I've cut back so much on sharing things in my personal life with you guys, because the parts of this that went public. This process took way too long, and it should have been done like this, and instead took forever because of the interference of a bunch of malicious individuals. So, with the information that was half information, people making all these speculations, you didn't have the full information. Of course, you couldn't actually know what was going to happen in this situation. So every single piece of content that was made in the last 4 months in regards to this was bullshit, lies, and fluff. It was stuff to make people like drama and to make money for these idiots who knew they had no substantiation.
All my shit came from evidence from
but they did it anyway to make money.
All came back from you.
Put their
so I don't think
my business,
anybody that I'm associated with know made up content.
Did it to make money, to be a shill, to fuck over people at my expense, by the way, because they knew what they were doing was slanderous and defamatory towards me. They didn't care.
Then sue. Oh wait, you're broke.
To make a buck. So now, 4 months later, everyone's jaw drops and everyone's so shocked and surprised. Well, it's because you didn't have the information.
Well, yeah, dude, it was a good twist to the season finale. It was a good twist.
To push your own toxic agendas on the internet to make money, while I, behind the scenes, was handling it incredibly professionally, wasn't exposing any information that I shouldn't, that could hurt me, and I gave the correct and proper and truthful information to
I was being professional while wearing a Sonic graphic t-shirt.
So, you know, I'm sorry to my fans who have to go through. I know a lot of my.
I'm sorry for all 7 of my fans, all 7 of you guys on the King of Hate forum still holding it down.
But it's kind of hard to avoid when you got idiots.
The morgue of the dark side of the internet.
With it. There's a million videos about it on YouTube. These fucking money-grubbing, drama-hound pieces of shit who want to drag me through the mud with nonsense and incorrect speculation, not information that's factual, but bullshit speculation to make a buck, even though they don't care.
No, I didn't make no hicks. I didn't make any shill the track shill bucks.
Positively, that's all I can do. That's all I want to do. I don't want to waste time on my
worth enough to make
streams
money off of.
This stupid shit.
Shit posted trash fire streams, but
because they wanted to make money off of me, and now they all look fucking insanely stupid because they didn't have any information to talk about anyway. They were literally pulling shit out of their assholes constantly. Even people who claim that they're reputable were doing insults and doing insulting thumbnails and fucking clickbait titles and every possible thing to make extra money.
You think Phil saw my thumbnails?
Because they saw my personal life as a cash cow of drama for them. Fuck those negative, disgusting, toxic people. I don't do that. I don't make that kind of content, and I never will. I'm a positive guy. I focus on positivity. I tell you guys every day on my streams, I'm not a person who revels in hurting others to get over.
I'm not a person who revels in hurting others. Anybody who shit talks him on a stream gets a personal ban ceremony. Content Creators Pro Jared, Dr. Disrespect, Review Tech USA.
I will put out positive, fun gameplay content for you guys, and I will continue to be successful that way. And if I fail, I fail, but at least at the end of the day, I can say, hey, at least I put out positive content that people appreciated, versus, oh, for 4 months, I literally talked out of my ass to make fun of Phil and make him look like a horrible villain so I could make money doing it, and then after 4 months, the whole thing falls flat on its face because you were all wrong anyway, because you all made up shit, right? So, this is going to basically be the last time that I'm going to bring this shit up. There's absolutely no reason for me to continue to bring it up. It's over with now, and even though you're gonna, I'm sure this isn't the end. These people who want to be in my life and with toxic shit constantly, this is not the end for them. They're gonna still attempt to continue the harassment, to continue the information, in particular. All right.
Well, yeah, buddy. Just because you won your bankruptcy, doesn't mean the show's over. You're gonna continue to be an idiot for probably the rest of your so-called career. And fuck, you may not even learn your lesson here. We might be back here in 3-5 years. Who fucking knows? Anything's possible on the dark side of the internet.
I'm going to say one thing. There was one content creator who swears he's an expert on subjects like this, and he made videos for months about it.
But you won't say his name because you're a pussy-ass bitch.
I watched a few of the videos.
But you say
no
you'll piss in
exaggeration.
his mouth.
At least half the time this guy spoke, he was legally wrong about what he was saying. Yet he produces himself as an expert on the internet about this shit. And it's like, if the guy who's an expert is wrong 50% of the time, can you imagine?
Phil, stop. Oh, you gave him the thumb.
100% wrong. See, but I'm just not going to waste time on it anymore. These people,
yeah, dude, we're the late night gang.
Continue to harp on it.
Late night gang, don't try it. Hell yeah.
Little string or straw left because they realize now the drama's over, but they're still going to try it. They're still going to try it. All right. And there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have money to sue these people for defamation, so they will continue to make these negative, toxic videos about me and things that are completely untrue.
But I think Phil could find himself like a sleazy Saul Goodman opportunistic lawyer who will do it pro bono if they could like rake every troll through the fucking coals.
For months on
end. If you
do
really wanted to.
But
then again, I'm not a legal expert.
They're going to try to... It's over for me. I'm not talking about it ever again. Don't ask me about it on my streams. Don't... personally, understand, you're not going to get another piece of information out of me about this because it's done with.
Yeah, Dad's going to exit out on that. There's definitely going to be more information, dude.
I'm done with it now. I move on.
You said you were done with Nikki Ricada.
They will harp on the toxicity forever because that's what they do. They need that toxic content to keep existing. I don't. I can just keep doing what I do every day, all right? So
keep doing what you're doing, buddy.
Apologize up front. I hadn't even talked about it on Ask the King.
I'm so sorry.
Obviously, I'm talking insane generalities, give you no specific info whatsoever.
Yep, vague as always.
They were completely wrong. They made shit up for 4 months. I was truthful, but I withheld the truthful information for the parties that needed it because I was afraid if I did put that information on the internet, people would just use more of it against me and spin it in a more toxic way. I was right.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was like, I don't think he's doing that now.
We can move on in a very positive way.
I can see that being a fun future arc, though.
All right. So
back into
say to see the trolls. I apologize, guys, but I have to do this. Fuck you to all the shitheads out there who basically make a living defaming me every day with no or half information, speculation, controversial drama. Go fuck yourselves. This is where it was gonna happen.
We got a shout out, boys. I feel so special.
For 4 months, basically, and now that's all over with, and I can go back to just being myself and relaxing.
We did it, Reddit.
Fun with games and not having to worry every night about what's gonna happen in my future because shitheads are defaming me every day on the internet. I'm just done with it.
Every day.
I'm finally get like a breath of relief today. And I'm like,
relief.
Yes, finally I can just move on positively, and that's where I am. I don't care what any of the rest of these idiots say. They're fucking wrong, period. All right. Done. Now, some shout-outs.
All right, we'll hear about it in a couple months, couple weeks, maybe a day. Fuck it.
Crabcock did a 150-bit cheer and said, I love the hat, Phil. Don't let trolls get you down. Thank God I didn't. Because like I said, there were many times during this process that people were legitimately, the things they were doing were fucking me over,
They were fucking you over with memes and funny videos and some goofy streams.
But I persevered.
And the bans on Twitter, those were really fucking you over, dude.
Go Gadget Vest hit me $4.20 and says, I have great respect for how you've handled the difficult situation with dignity.
You can't hear me well. Okay, well, I'm leaning back, too, so let me get a little comfortable.
It wasn't. Every day I wanted to come out on a stream.
Horrible. Why are people watching it?
Reveal more personal info, basically in order to... clear my name of all the insane shit people were saying about me every day, but I knew I was taking the advice, and I was like, I knew if I did that, it was just going to hurt me further, and there was no point in doing it. Give it to the right people, give the right information to the right people, and keep it out of the hands of the shitheads who were just going to fucking do really malicious stuff with the info, and it worked. Thank God.
Let's try that.
Servant of Eve did a 100-bit cheer.
Let's hope that kind of.
He said, I wish you were great. Blah, blah, blah. My immortal lord.
Haha, my immortal lord.
When you get passionate, it's okay to cry on screen if you need to. In this case, I'm not crying, and if I cried, it would be tears of joy at this point. Seriously, after all the stress I've been through, so. Let's see here. Cold Zero cheers said, let it all out. Let the John Deere tractors give them the finger if you want. And then I did. Basketball.
Yeah, you gave us the finger. You are really on top of it, Dark.
Right. So now, ladies and gentlemen,
sticking it to us.
Nonsense, drama, and bullshit is out of the way. We can finally get to answering your questions. All right, finally.
21 minutes in. Holy fuck.
Have some fun. Fair enough.
It's not gonna be fun.
Let's get to it.
Oh, real quick, for everyone who, if anyone is in here who was really butthurt about Phil losing the bankruptcy and getting really caught up in it, just real quick.
Is there an eternal struggle within your soul that bothers you, my friend? Where is your God now?
I wanted to play that. That was fun. Sorry. But yeah, that's the bankruptcy arc. I guess it's all over until we find out more information. How exciting. Now we can get back to the main villain of the anime, taxes.
The first question of Ask the King, episode 81, is from Shaquille Oatmeal, and he asked the following. What is the special it factor that most Ubisoft open world games seem to be missing that would make them huge?
Why no super berries? Because this content's terrible. That's why.
I find all the Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, Far Cry, etc. games are competently made. They have some fun stuff in them, but I never get that, oh yeah, this is the best game of the year feel from them.
Unless it's Blood Dragon.
I would say, honestly,
Unless it's fucking Blood Dragon.
Quality over quantity. When you talk about those games you just mentioned, Far Cry, you know, Assassin's Creed, let's say Odyssey, because that was the last one, and Watch Dogs. All those games have a ton of side content in them. A ton of side content in them. A ridiculous big chunk of side content in them. Alright?
Alright, so the same thing 3 times.
But that being said, how much of that side content is actually good? How much of it is meaningful? And I'll give you an example here. Witcher 3. Yes, there was... excuse me. There were some busy work missions in Witcher 3, but honestly, few and far between. Like, most quest lines in Witcher 3 felt like they were mini stories. They were actually like big, meaningful quest lines that developed side characters, or you would fight a boss at the end that was really neat, or some of them were mystery. That was the other thing, variety. It's not just the same kind of side content over and over, but variety. Witcher 3 had stories that followed characters, stories that had unique monsters and bosses and situations, stories that were mysteries. Oh, murder mystery, what happened here, and stuff like that. So, you know, compare that to Far Cry. 85% of the side content in Far Cry is hunting, gathering, or taking over an outpost. And that's it. That's like all of the side content of Far Cry. It's not riveting stuff. It's not exciting stuff. It's boring, quite frankly.
But I feel like the fun parts of Far Cry is the shit in between.
You're tired of it.
Like Far Cry 3, you're walking to an outpost, and all of a sudden a gaggle of Komodo dragons from the road, like, sup, bitch?
But also, it had this
Gonna fuck you up.
where you had to literally grind repetitively to level up enough to get back to the meaningful story. So you had to do boring,
I know,
generic,
only talk this fast.
That guy missions, kill the stupid Centurion guys or whatever they were called who were after you missions. And it padded the game so intensely that you really felt half the time you were playing the game it was busy work and boring, and it made the overall experience feel more liquidated almost. You know, like watered down. It felt like a watered down gaming experience.
I really liked Odyssey, but I never finished it.
What's funny about this?
I feel bad about
Is
that.
that if you look at certain games, alright, if you look at certain games, like for example, The Darkness 2, or
Ooh, The Darkness 2 is a good game,
Mafia
Phil.
2. These are games I played in the last
Those
decade.
games are kind of
When I
good.
played them, they were very short gameplay experience. Darkness 2 was like 6 hours long.
I like
and
those
Mafia 2
games.
was maybe like 8 to 10 hours long.
Yeah, I
And those
know.
are
These
experiences
streams,
that,
I'm not...
It's
not
story
the
development.
usual
With an interesting story with
Oslo
people
shit
you-
post
and by the end
goodness.
of that game,
Sorry,
even though they were
buds.
short, you're like,
Don't mean to disappoint.
that was a pretty good time, and I'm glad that I played that game. I feel like it was a really meaningful experience, right? Now, compare that to Mafia 3, where they took an 8 to 10 hour interesting gameplay experience, and they crammed in 20 hours of garbage side content that was required to do to finish the game. And honestly, I like Mafia 2 way better than Mafia 3, because Mafia 3 had so much busy work and boredom. So, that's really the thing here when it comes to these,
Hey, he's not wrong.
games from Ubisoft, right?
I did like
They
the
crammed
cutscenes
in
to Mafia
so much
3, though. Those
side
were
content
really
that's
fucking
not
well done
meaningful,
and
that by the
very
end of the game, you feel
impressive.
like you wasted way too much time to beat it, versus other games that maybe have...
That's
more
all I
meaningful
remember
side
from
content.
Mafia
The thing
3,
Witcher
though.
was
That
no
is
short
it.
game. Witcher 3 was insanely long, but had mostly meaningful side content. And that's the difference. Ubisoft, the kings of quantity, but not the kings of quality. They need to start tipping the
Oh, man,
scales
just
of
like you,
their
dude.
deal with their major releases. Okay? Let's see here. Dark Lotus 1998 tipped me $5, which became the top tip of the day. He says, Phil, hey Phil, all morning I've been watching DSP Tries It. I wish you would do those again. You're good at reviewing food the way that you do. In reality, the question about DSP Tries It is in the show, and I'll be talking a little bit about DSP Tries It later in this very show. Okay? So, FYI, I'm not going to really address DSP Tries It right now, because I'm going to directly address it later on. Okay? But I'm glad to hear that you
Oh,
like the show.
cool.
It is also public
So
available
maybe
there.
DSP Tries It might be
You
dead,
guys can
unfortunately.
watch it.
Damn
Basketball
it.
American tipped me $1. Said, did you ever do heroin? No, I never did any drugs besides pot. So there you go. And I don't do any drugs anymore. The Age Giraffe did a 50-bit cheer. Says, it's fucking Treyway. I don't know what that means, but thanks for the cheer. Froggins did a 420-bit cheer. Said, I'm glad to hear the good news. Hopefully the weight has been lifted from your shoulders. You know, it has. My past few years of my life have been incredibly stressful.
It feels like every year is more stressful than the last Dark.
I don't like to talk about public.
Kinda makes you think.
Really. It's private matters.
It's all private matters,
There's been
though.
a lot of nights where it's like, I don't even know what's going to happen. I told you guys many times.
A lot of nights with the gin bottle and Twitter, contemplating what's going to happen next. I know, Dirk.
By the way, I should say this.
It's a struggle.
I'm not 100% out of the woods. You know, my
Farmers
life's been
only.
rough
Oh, dear.
for years, where I'm going to basically have to try to build stuff
Oh,
back.
hi, Space Lord. Welcome to these weird streams I do infrequently.
Build this stuff back up. It's going to be hard. I'm behind on stuff right now. Like I told you guys, taxes. I'm behind on taxes that I need to catch up on, and it's going to be rough doing that. But I'm going to do my best to get back to a position.
After the chat for DSP Tries It, hell yeah.
I've been off those stable legs.
I don't know, he might get the confidence. I think post-bankruptcy Phil might have some confidence in him.
Had those false copyright strikes, and my income went, boo! That was pretty much the beginning of the end for me, where all my debt racked massively up and everything got fucked up for me. I've told you this, guys, publicly over the years, over and over. So for 5 years, I've constantly struggled with this, and now finally I'm in a position where I feel like I can now begin afresh, anew. I need to get back on stable legs and start fresh. I'm going to work to do that. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to work to do that. But the good news is, you know, you guys aren't going to have to hear about it. Okay.
Except when you need the money. Then you'll hear all about it.
Don't worry about that people exist out there, that bad people exist out there, because there are good people, and I support your content. Keep it up. Thank you. And Gonzo Stock also did a cheer. Thank you for that.
Isn't there also a date?
Okay.
Why are we talking about weird dating websites? I'm into it.
More Memoria.
I'm into it.
I'm
just wondering.
You admitted to things that were either partially or completely your fault. My question is, what's the most important thing throughout your life you admit completely 100% of responsibility from your part? For me, I admit that in the past, when I was younger, I was immature.
Yo, I didn't get the 6ix9ine reference, so...
When I was part of the Street Fighter community, I was a troll. I harassed people online for stupid reasons. I really got on people's nerves to the point where there were people who wanted to beat me up in person.
Wow, the troll became the troll. What a
right
Shakespearean twist, Dark. What a twist.
Thank God it never happened. Thank God there was never anyone actually throwing down because of the stupid shit that I said and did. And I've talked about this publicly in the past. There was this one particular guy named Shady K who I was a 100%
fighting game
asshole
lore.
to. And he didn't deserve the stuff that I did to him and said about him. And I don't know why.
But you did it anyway, because you're a cunt.
One guy, and I really just like talk shit constantly and made his life fucking miserable. I don't know. And I regret it. Like I look back now, I'm like, dude, I was such a fucking asshole.
Yeah, mid first is still we'll see about that.
And then
we'll
later
see
on in
about
my Street
that.
Fighter career, I tried to make up for that by becoming a tournament organizer and running tournaments, that basically were money out of my pocket to run them. I had to upfront put a lot of the investment of money and everything to keep the community alive before Street Fighter 4 came out and reinvigorated the community. On the East Coast, I was one of the guys that was keeping it alive for 2-3 years there when it was dying.
What's up, Angry Monkey? Welcome to the Weird House Party. Welcome to the late night stream.
And I basically
Late night stream.
That way because I felt really bad after a big career being a dickhead. Okay, and I could say it's the
You're
same
still a
thing for
dickhead,
YouTube.
dude.
When I started on YouTube, I didn't realize
fucking goober
that the things that I said and the things that I did actually had such a big impact on so many people, and that me talking shit
you never realized that being an asshole would come back to bite you in the shit. Have a little hindsight.
Minecraft or talking shit about some indie game that I'd never heard of could concretely change people's minds about stuff.
It's on the internet, dude. It's gonna be here forever. Fuck, this terrible stream's gonna be here forever. And you know what iDubbbz's girlfriend says? You're only one bad stream away from an OnlyFans account.
On the internet, with the following that I had. Over the years of me having that following, I got a lot more mature, a lot more wise, and I realized...
Oh yeah, I did
yes,
peep that new 6ix9ine video. I did realize, I did see that.
I know the Spider-Man line is very cliche. With great power comes great responsibility. The Uncle Ben line. Right?
But you're irresponsible.
But goddamn, is that line true?
You take your audience for granted and you milk them for everything they're worth. All $200 a day.
Thousands of people across the world on a daily basis. And I've learned that. But there's
I love his dead eye into the camera.
I just mentioned the people for 4 months literally speculating and making shit up with no factual evidence of anything about me hurt me concretely for a long time.
People have been doing this for longer than 4 months, Dark, but whatever, dude.
And everything kind of works out. But they don't realize that. They think, oh, it's all fair game because someone's a public figure. We just make fun of people constantly and do it or whatever, and it's fine, right? It's not. You have a following. The things you say and do hurt people concretely, and you have to understand that. If you have the power to help or the power to hurt, why wouldn't you choose to help? We're in a worldwide pandemic right now. Everyone's lives are fucked up. Why wouldn't you choose...
Don't Corona blame. Don't Corona blame.
Why would you choose to hurt? For me...
Why would you choose to exploit?
I never choose to hurt.
When people need to save money in a pandemic where they could use that money for groceries or other fun stuff during the apocalypse, you're asking to play dress up.
Hurt, but these people choose to hurt. So I can't speak to that, but I admit, I used to be like that. Right? I used to be like that.
It is a public filing. That is also a very valid point.
I'm way more
Leave it to the smart people in chat to say that.
I admit, when I started in the Street Fighter community, I was 100% an asshole, and I basically trolled and hurt a bunch of people just for the sake of doing it. And when I started in the YouTube community,
he should get a job in milk. He should be a dairy farmer.
I'm stupid for it, and I apologize for it.
Maybe he could sell a cat to a farm, and then he could work his way into a job as a stable boy there.
Last Rainbow Cheers, if you were born in Washington instead of Connecticut, would you be in the same position you're in now? I have no idea, and I don't entertain these what-if scenarios because my life is so crazy.
Probably not.
Chaotic.
Because he ran away from CT. He probably wouldn't have the situations in Washington if he grew up there.
Joshua Connor Moon to me $1.30.
Start a vest streak? No. No. Because I have weird flabby arms that don't look good in a vest. And that's stupid.
So the Dacky Smurf, congratulations, Dacky Smurf.
Congrats to Dacky Smurf.
Leaderboard now. Before we get to the next question. Egg Gangster Cheer says, "Would you have won?" And then it cut off. And then Cheer says, "Would you have won the fight against Vasant?" I don't know and I don't care because that's another thing. Like in the early to mid 2000s, I was rivalries.
A lot of fighting game.
And I wasn't serious about them.
Fighting game lore.
But I would get people so angry that they would actually want to like fight me. So like Vasant was someone who I
because you pissed people off, man.
Where I was like, I'm gonna beat him up or whatever.
You got riled. You got people riled up.
But he was like dead serious, like he wanted to fight me. And then eventually we actually became way more cool. Like, you know, at one point I stayed at his place. We went out to California during Evo West.
You crashed on his couch, Phil? Wow.
Street Fighter players, we squashed that shit years and years ago, you know? It was so stupid. It was just really dumb shit. So, that's what I mean. I was so immature when I was younger. It was really stupid. Coolito.
Best streak for Rocky? Wrong stream, buddy.
Yes, obviously.
You want the other white guy who makes fun of Phil.
You would think that all the insane slander and defamation and all the shit that people made up for 4
Not like Phil Flabby, but
I sold my soul in order to get.
I wouldn't look good.
The matter is, all those people were wrong. Okay. Crabcock did a 500-bit cheer. He said, "Seriously, congratulations. I know how stressful all this can be. I'm in a good place now, but it was rough for a while."
And the pay piggies are just gonna go, "Oh, Phil, you did so good."
For the longest time, for years here,
so good. We're proud of you, Phil.
With my life, and I was insanely fucking nervous about.
We could tell you were nervous, bud. We could tell.
And again, I want to say thank you to you guys, the viewers, because you guys are the guys who were here every day to get me through it via moral support, positive support on streams, actual, you know, monetary support from time to time. You guys.
Oh yeah, Rocky's the dog father for sure. Rocky's the best dog on the dark side of the internet for sure. It goes that and that guy on Twitter, Loco Slam, his 2 dogs. Follow Loco Slam on Twitter. He has wholesome dogs.
Captain K-Man says, "Are you gonna do a review the Xbox Series X video of games?" No, because there's nothing to review. It was just trailers. Paradox at 130 series. How long have you had the hat for? Since I visited Tennessee, I believe the year was 2011.
Wow, you bought it as a weird tourist souvenir? That doesn't seem fake at all.
Tournament to qualify to go to Super Battle Opera and play Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo in Japan and represent America. But John Rambo beat me, so he went to Japan instead of me, and I bought this hat while I was in Tennessee.
Well, you're probably salty and drunk.
For
nah, probably just salty.
All right, continuing on here. Let's see here. Kill Bill 216.
Yeah, dude, he's sway, dude. He's got to channel that inner sway.
It can be very taxing on the body. I know most people think you just play video games for a living. They don't even understand that everything you do, both on scene and behind the scenes, can be physically and mentally draining. You think
physically draining? Physically draining. You sit at a love seat. You get up like this. You get up, and you walk a couple feet, and you sit somewhere else. That's it, dude. That's all you fucking do, guy. You're not on some 18-wheeler. You're not crab fishing. You're not in the mines. You're not in some warehouse where you're gonna get crushed by one of those freaky Amazon robots.
The streamer, or will they only see it as someone who just plays fun games for a living? I kind of see it like sports athletes because they play a fun sport for a living and they make money. Most people don't want to hear them complain about their tough job because of this. Anyone who played sports will be able to tell you how physically and mentally tough you have to be. For me, it's a mixed bag.
It's a mixed bag.
I love gaming. It was my hobby before I did this for a living. I didn't intend to do this for a living. I fell into it completely inadvertently, okay? So it's kind of a weird story when you really think about it. But that being said, you know, there are definitely stressful things about it. Not that I want to go massive detail about it, but, you know, it's different being self-employed versus having to get up for a 9-to-5 job. You
get up for a 9-to-5 job.
Is very tough.
It's stable, somewhat.
I'm here
unless you're doing some contract shit.
6 days a week full time. So I only get 1 day away from my work a week. That's rough, you know, to maintain a family. I have a wife, you know.
I have a wife. My wife.
I'm working so much. And a lot of people think that I'm overworked. Why don't I take a day off? I can't take more time off. I have to be here to make money, to pay my bills, to pay my taxes, to pay everything that I've had so much trouble with for the past many years. And now I got it. Now would be the wrong time for me to try to take more time off when I have to try to now have an opportunity to get back on my feet financially and pay off all the back stuff that I owe and everything. Now is my chance to do that. So taking even more time off for personal time stuff would be really rough. Now listen, I'm not some kind of an idiot. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys, oh my God, my job is so...
He's not an idiot. Oakley dokley.
Physically draining every day. It's not. It's the opposite of that. I sit here on the couch.
You just described it though as that.
On a daily basis. Or...
whatever, man. You just jump back and forth. You kill me, Dave.
You know, talking with you on a stream. Whether on a pre-stream or Ask the King or whatever. This is not a physically demanding job. It is a mentally demanding job.
No, it's not mentally demanding. You literally have to sit there and talk to chat. You have to have conversations with other humans. Oh no.
You know,
the horror.
So, you know, it is in that regard, it's way more.
6 hour stream, 3 of it is gameplay. You know, pretty fucking much.
Idiot who would say, "Oh my God, my job's so hard, guys." It's not. And admittedly, it's a lot harder because I have so many shithead assholes following me around, constantly harassing me, threatening me.
Another shout out! Wow.
Right now in my level of
Not
popularity,
butthurt, but we're gonna keep coming out. We're gonna keep bringing it up.
Oh, it's fun to make fun of Phil.
It is fun to make fun of you. It's fun because you keep doing shit that's worth laughing at.
Popular, and I'd be in a position, a bigger position. Not to say that I would be a top guy, but I certainly would probably be at least in a mid-level position of people who are content creators. I wouldn't be bottom of the barrel, you know. But
it's always going to be Tevin's fault.
Things that are bad about it. It's definitely stressful.
Always going to be that goofy goober's fault.
But I love doing it as well. So that's kind of the trade-off for me. Okay.
It is hard. I don't think Dave's a lizard person. He's either an alien or a rejected robot.
Ask the follow.
That's my theory.
The music during your pre-streams and breaks?
Yes, your music is trash. Change all your music. Your music is garbage.
Play on your streams instead of the current playlist. The reason that I use the music.
Take some of your vest shekels. Take some of your vest V-bucks, and drop it on some Fiverr music.
That I use.
Anything is better than Thugs on the Floor. I Spawn, I Die. Get rid of any of that trash.
No one could ever say, "Oh my God, Phil, that wasn't."
Oh my God, Phil.
It is, because it's my voice, it's my gameplay that you used to make a remix without my permission. I don't mind, but at the same time, you know, that's me. You can't give me a strike against my account for using my own content, right?
Oh yeah, Hicks is on Team Alien. Let's go, boys.
Maybe I could use. If I ever had 100%, you know, people coming against me and saying, "Phil, we're just tired of the pre-stream music, stop it," I would. But I have added a lot of new stuff. Just in the last 6 months, I added these little mini remixes, and then I also added
mini remixes.
Longer length remixes that were ones that were kind of like, I almost called them hidden gems, things from over the years that were there that I never even realized were there.
Hidden
now
gems.
I actually like put them together into this music that I play.
Hidden gems on the dark side of the internet.
That, like,
X.
There's been more variety. It's not
that X'd out on that one.
There's a lot more that's been added. But that's why I don't play music that's not me, you know, because I have so many issues with people harassing me and reporting me for shit that's not true. You know, if I went and used someone else's music...
No, Thugs on the Floor is the opposite of a banger. It is a...
That's not his property and blah, blah, blah. It would just cause problems.
What's the opposite of banging
whenever
something?
Someone suggested, oh man, you know...
It's a tapper? No, that's... Thugs on the Floor sucks, moral of the story.
Okay? Some more shout-outs. Dallas88 wants me to unban them. And then he says, for 100 streak, rock the stash. The stash that I already have. What? First of all, Dallas, that's not how you get a ban.
Your facial hair looks terrible. It gets worse and worse every time you do a full screen video. It's very exciting, Dark.
On the fly, unban someone because they tipped me during a stream, okay? But I don't know what you mean about rocking the stash for the 100 vest streak. I'm wearing the stash now. I don't get that. Tongue Lad tipped me $3.86. Says much love to you. Thank you, Tongue Lad. I appreciate that. I get this with $20 in tips so far today. Oops. Wow, what happened there? $20 in tips, I said. Culasso Grande tipped me $6, and basically says there's some news story about white men shooting a black jogger. It's all over the news. Have I heard about it? I have not. And as you guys know, I'm not a political guy. I try not to make my content political, and so, you know, I don't think it's my place to comment on it. I don't know.
Okay, that's your standard, bro? Is that like your baseline? Everything's either worse or better than Thugs on the Floor?
Phil tipped me $1. It's a small shoulder of a weak man. All right.
Yeah, it is, buddy.
Small shoulders or broad shoulders or whatever, but I appreciate the tip regardless.
Your little stocky build. Little tubby build.
Oops, what is going on? I just can't update this goal properly today.
No, you cannot. You cannot do your job for shit. We know.
50-bit cheery says, I hear you talking about working a lot. How do you find time to work in between all your streams? I don't know what you're talking about. Basketball American tipping you $1. I'm glad to see you back on your own 2 feet. Don't let absent-minded detractors take away your shine. Big ups. All right, thank you for the tip.
What shine?
$28 in tips so far today. Thank you, guys. All right. Moving on even further here. Up next, Baldy asks a question. He says, back in the day, when you were a professional Street Fighter player,
he should, but he's not going to, because he needs to,
any regrets from that time period?
He needs to animate his body while he talks.
About many of those regrets. All right, I've
a very emotive person.
Things that I've done that I think were really stupid.
Take a sip.
And the thing is that I feel that even though at the time I feel like I met a lot of people that I never would have met. By the way, if you notice I'm touching my ears, it's because of my fucking ear infections, and I apologize for that.
Aw, boo-hoo, the ear infection.
Camera, my ear infection is bothering me, and I apologize for touching my ears so much. I met a lot of people during my competitive Street Fighter days that I never would have met. I traveled to a lot of places I never would have traveled. You know,
you spent a lot of money doing that. You blew a lot of money doing that.
Just because of Street Fighter.
Money you could have saved up. Money you could have put away.
Virginia, Florida, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York. Oh shit! What's that little state? Not New Hampshire. Oh god, I can't remember the name of that tiny state. Oh, Rhode Island. Rhode Island.
You forgot what Rhode Island. You forgot Rhode Island. Wow.
I already said Texas. I went to
Your third grade geography teacher must be very fucking disappointed in you.
I went to all those places just because of Street Fighter. I met people from all over the world, including not only all those places I just mentioned, but Canada, Japan, Europe, all these people. And we had fun. We had interaction. We had, not only playing Street Fighter, but just meeting.
Yes, his chin has a lot of little tiny bald spots. It's very off-putting if you stare at it for a really long time.
Say, there's some really good times that I had there, But at the same time, I also look back at that and I say, damn, that was a big chunk of my life, from the years of I was maybe 18 to 20 years old, all the way until I started on YouTube, That was a giant chunk of my life, 7-8 years, where all of my efforts and focus were put towards competitive Street Fighter. Tons of money, thousands upon thousands of dollars.
Oh,
traveling.
That's not good, Dark.
For hotel rooms, flight tickets, and money for these tournaments, and of course food. For what?
Stop proving that you were an idiot, dude. Stop.
After all that time ended.
It's not a good look.
Did I really have anything to speak of? Sure, I've won some tournaments, but people always talk shit about those are illegitimate wins.
Yeah, because it was based on a busted copy.
Really, it became something that you can make a living doing, like Street Fighter 4. I was out of it. I wasn't really into it anymore.
I'm not even a fighting game wizard.
Now is mostly gone, which is amazing. But back then, I couldn't even.
I'm not trying to bring you Rhode Island people into it. I'm just saying that it's a nice state, and I'm surprised he doesn't know about it.
I tweaked a disc or a nerve in my neck.
Love Rhode Island.
I had numbness and shooting pain from my neck into my shoulder, down the front of my arm, into my thumb, and I couldn't feel my thumb for 3 months. And I went to this tournament, and I couldn't even play. I went to this tournament and spent all this money, and I couldn't play the games. So I sat in my hotel room, and I played Dragon Age instead.
Get on with it.
Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Damn it. The joke's ruined. Fucked up the soundboard.
And that's not good. That's terrible. And that's what I mean. All that.
Fourth place, third loser. That's right. So damn straight. If you ain't first, you're last, Ricky Bobby.
Around the time of Street Fighter 4, and I got sponsorships, and I made a living doing it. That would have been one thing.
But you didn't.
This time when it was very grassroots, during a time when it was.
Others did it.
You were doing it for the love of it. You were doing it for the love of the games and the love of competitive Street Fighter and to keep the community alive. That really there was no support from Capcom at that time. They weren't making any new games or whatever. From the year 2000 to 2008 or 9, Capcom was not making any new fighting games anymore. So in reality, it was more if you want to keep this alive, it's great personal sacrifice and great personal struggle, which it was for me. And so I look back at those times as a time of great happiness where I met so many people and I had so much fun. I traveled and went to all these places I never would have went. And at the same time, I kind of look back, I'm like, man, that was a major part of my life when I was younger. I had energy. That was before my back injury.
My back!
That was the time when maybe I could have been building myself up a career to work in, and instead I was more focused on Street Fighter than worrying about my job.
Wow.
So it's kind of like a mixed bag for me.
You worried about video games, and now you don't have a job.
I just most things with life. I don't think
moral of the story, kids.
Wow, everything went perfectly according to plan. Everything was great, and I'm so happy that things worked out that way perfectly, right? That's really not been my experience, at least. There's always good that you take with the bad. So that's kind of my feelings about my era of my life that I was a pro Street Fighter player. Okay. Hans Salah asks the following: how do you think the Neo?
Yeah, dude, Evo is actually super indie.
If you had to rank them, what goes top to bottom on your list? Okay.
Oh, what was that question?
If you had to rank them, what goes top to... Hans Salah asks the following: how do you think the Neo series compares to the Soulsborne series?
Ooh, I've never played Neo.
What goes top to bottom on your list? Okay.
But I do like me a good Souls game.
Overall, the best game of that is still Dark Souls 1. I still think Dark Souls 1
okay.
Way up here is the game. Even though Demon Souls came before it, Dark Souls 1 has the best world design.
Fire pits. What about Bloodborne?
Forests, crystal caverns, giant libraries. It's still one of the bigger Dark Souls games.
Dude,
I still like
one of the bigger ones
designs in that game too. And in reality, you can go back and you can replay Dark Souls 1 so many different ways. You can do a hybrid class, a pure melee, a magic class. You can nerf yourself. To this day, there are people who are still playing Dark Souls 1 in new ways. So I think Dark Souls 1...
Well, that's any Soulsborne. People are doing no-hit speedruns of all 3 games. Just for shits and giggles.
Neo and Neo 2 are great games for the gameplay, meaning the combat. I actually feel that the combat of Neo and Neo 2 is exceptionally good because those games, unlike the From Software games, okay, or the Soulsborne games, you do something in Neo, you immediately get that happening on your television. Whether it's you're dodging, you're parrying, you're, whatever you're doing, immediate response. In the Soulsborne games, there's this natural wind up and move, and it's just kind of sluggish. And they did it on purpose. But in Neo, boom, you get your reaction immediately for whatever you're doing. But the Neo games, number one, reuse assets way too much. There's not enough enemy variety.
Yes, he's still wearing the stupid cowboy hat. The cowboy hat will be
of enemies over and over and over. And
when this is all over, he's going to still have the chair and the cowboy hat.
Neo has certain stages and certain things set up to frustrate.
When is this from? This is from a couple days ago. This is from May 7th.
Neo 2 has side quests that are purposely set up to be unfair to pile on the frustration on the player. Now, some people will be like, when I find the persevere, I feel good. But that's the
point of these games, dude. That's the point of these brutally difficult games. You sit there and you're like, oh, here's this impossible challenge, this fucking struggle, and you gotta like Rocky training montage yourself. You gotta learn the boss. You gotta learn the shit. And then you run up the stairs and you kick him in the nuts and you go, I won. Hell yeah. And you feel that victory. It's fucking euphoric.
Dark Souls or any Souls board game. I don't feel it's like that. Like, is there a challenge? Yes. Is there unfair parts of the game? Sure. But is there ever a part of the game that's just so insane? Oh my god, why is there so much insanity in this little narrow area? I don't ever really feel that way about Soulsborne games. I'll rage, all right, and I'll get angry.
Yes, you will. That's kind of your gimmick, dude. That's why I always think it'd be smart for you to have a Souls game in rotation. Always.
It's kind of fair the way they set the stuff up. Oh, the Guardian Apes aren't two high-level Guardian Apes. One of them's kind of weak, and you can persevere and you can win. You see what I'm saying? So for me, like, I think From Software games are more fair, while the Neo games are purposely set up to be unfair, but then they gave you more responsive controls to kind of balance that out. I still think the From Software games are better. I'll be honest. I do. I feel the From Software games are better overall, with better world design, better boss design. Not to say that the Neo games don't have that, but I do feel that Neo is kind of repetitive with a lot of the world design and stuff like that.
Exactly. You get it, man. It feels so good to accomplish it in Souls games. Even, like, opening, like, up shortcuts.
Now,
it's still like, damn, awesome.
Games, I would probably say first, it's Dark Souls, number 1. Number 2 would probably be Bloodborne. And then number 3, maybe Dark Souls 3. And then maybe number 4 would be like Neo 1.
Dark Souls 3, man, like, aka Cathedral's 2, the game.
And Sekiro and Neo 2 and Demon Souls are all good games in their own right, but I don't think they're as good as the other games that I mentioned. That's my personal opinion. You completely disagree with me. Okay?
Yeah, most people would.
Okay. Let's see here. An anonymous dollar tipper is asking me if I like would I play Young Thug or Uzi on my pre-stream. No, I would never do that. Not only do I not know what their music is, but I would get into massive trouble, I'm sure. So that's not going to happen. But thank you for the dollar tip regardless. Culasso Grande tipped me $10 and said, focused on myself. Well, Culasso, first of all, I got to figure out what Culasso means. Watch it mean like giant heaving like dick or something. Let's find out. Huge ass. I guess that's
one of your pay piggies, dude.
Ass is better than like giant schlong, I guess.
That's one of your pay piggies, man. Shout out to huge ass.
Is the top tipper of today with a $10 tip. He said, focused on myself. I don't know what that means, but thank you for that.
Focus on yourself, dude. Take a break. Get a hobby. Read a book.
American tipped me $1. I said, and he's talking about, oh my god, you're disgusting. You're
a
disgusting fool. And I'm not going to address that, but thanks for the dollar.
Not going to address that, but I'm going to take your money and run. While I giggle.
Darkside Chris, what's going on, sir? He tipped me $20. He says, hey, dude, sorry I haven't been around a lot. Golf courses have finally reopened after a month, so I've been doing that. Good to see you. So finally you're working again. That's awesome, because, at the very beginning of this pandemic, I heard from a lot of my viewers saying, man, we've been out of work, and things have been rough, and it sounds like Darkside
What's your thoughts on DSP's condo?
That is super generous of you. And you would have been
either Mid-First is going to see everybody else discharge and back out, or they're going to step up harder. But we'll have to wait and see with the condo. We'll just have to see.
Thank you guys for the support. Honest Fan did a 555-bit cheer. He said, glad to hear you feeling better. Ever gag on stream like from allergies? Gag? No, I don't think so. Have I ever just felt like really like bad? Yeah, a few years ago. I actually didn't feel well, and I thought I was going to pass out a few times on stream. And I didn't know what was going on with me. I actually believe it was I had a really high blood pressure because of stress and shit going on in my life. And in reality, when that started to happen to me, and I was like, damn, I'm just sitting here playing games and I feel like I'm going to pass out. There's a big problem here. And so I started changing my eating habits and I started changing my sleeping habits to try to be more in line with like normal life. And I actually felt better since then. So,
I haven't looked at.
Ladies and gentlemen, I actually think this is a good opportunity for us to take a break. Let's take our first break of Ask the King. This will be a short break, maybe 10-15 minutes tops. So if you're watching live on stream, just hang out. I'll be back in a few minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, on demand, obviously this part will end and there'll be a part 2 and probably a part 3 coming up in addition on YouTube. So let's take a short break. And then I'll be back with part 2 of Ask the King in just a moment. Thank you everyone for your support so far, and I'll see you in just a bit. Thanks.
All right, boys. Do you guys want to do a palate cleanser, or do you guys want to jump right into part deuce of Ask the King? Yeah, sleeping habits X. He probably has very poor sleeping habits since his job is so flexible. jump right in. All right, we could jump right into part dos. Have it up right here, part 2. Part 2, DSP tries it. Liking to see me fail in console launches. Ooh, how fucking exciting, boys. Oh, he's just being quiet right here. Alright.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, DSP here, and welcome back to Ask the King, episode 81 for May 7th, 2020. If you have not yet, please check out part 1 on YouTube on demand. If you're here live on stream, welcome back from the break. We got about 2 more hours on the stream, roughly. We'll see how long it takes to answer the questions.
2 more hours?
But welcome back. Thanks so far for being a great audience. Thank you for your support so far. Look how close we are to hitting the tips goal, which is insane for Ask the King, so thank you guys so much.
Oh, goody, we get to see some dress up.
During the break, it said, thanks for your gameplay of Minecraft. I actually bought myself a Switch with Pokemon Sword and Sonic Mania. That sounds good to me. Those are 2 outstanding games. I hope you have fun with those. And Kindred, subscribe to the channel.
I let you guys vote, man.
All right, continuing on with our
a lot of people said just jump in.
The next question is from Ryan.
Sorry.
He asks the following. Phil, have you ever thought about taking 2 days off so you can get a more normal rest and relaxation schedule? I work about 5 days a week. I can't imagine working 6 days and fitting in errands and relaxing into just 1 day off like you do. Maybe once in a while, but I would imagine after a while it would get exhausting and catch up with me. You feel like you're always working. Do you have have you adapted over time so that it doesn't feel like that you're working 6 days a week? What I would say is this. Back when I used to be a YouTuber, and
back when he was a
YouTuber, I didn't care. I didn't have a family. I didn't have a household to maintain behind the scenes.
Yeah, you had a condo that you barely maintained, full of a bunch of toys. A bunch of. No, where's the gamer shit one?
Amazing, 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 amazing.
Pro tip: if you're gonna do a soundboard, write down where all the sounds go, so you can.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a lot of gamer shit.
The thing is, my job is fun.
Your job is fun? Alright.
I'm having fun. I love doing Ask the King. I love playing games and interacting with you guys. It's very different from the days when I used to do the YouTube stuff. Admittedly, when I used to do the YouTube stuff, a lot of days coming to work would feel like a grind. It would feel like, oh man, I gotta come to work and I gotta do.
Dude, he should get one of those
I don't really feel like that anymore.
One of those gamer chairs, those like old gamer banana chairs with the speakers on the side. Dark would look dope in one of those.
Used to be when on YouTube,
that would look hot.
5 days straight, I'm playing the same new release, and I'm not doing that anymore. I have variety in my content, so I don't get burnt out on only playing one game or one style of game, which is really good. And the positivity that we have interacting with each other on the streams has been tremendously great. And I love it. I love what I do. So, yes, is it frustrating that I work 6 days a week full time and I don't get a lot of time to spend with my family? Yes. Do I wish I had more time?
Dude.
Yes.
You're not around for Jasper. He's gonna grow up to be a bad cat, dude.
As much as I humanly can.
He's already angry because you declawed him.
And get this issue with back taxes and things that
dude, he's like he's on a boat.
Settled to be able to pay my current taxes and everything, fully in line. I need all that to keep going smoothly. And if it does, then maybe within a couple of years,
Then,
yes, I can maybe say, okay, I can finally take a little bit more time off.
He thinks this is gonna last years.
Maybe a few years down the line,
all right, buddy.
I can actually go on a nice trip with my wife and do something to celebrate the fact that we were married a year ago and never had a honeymoon, right? But we'll see how things go. You know how my life is with ups and downs and all of that. But yeah, admittedly, if I were just going to an office job 6 days a week and I hated my job, life would be rough and I wouldn't enjoy things at all. Thank God I like my job, so even though I'm here 6 days a week, I'm having fun with it. You know what I mean?
You get to play video games. Of course, you like your job.
All right.
You don't do anything. You barely contribute to society and have no real responsibilities.
Hey, gangster cheese, I can't imagine the grind of playing video games all day. Your work ethic is
You get to literally be a professional 16-year-old boy.
That my job is any harder than anyone else's job or whatever. I'm not. I don't want anyone to get that impression. I'm trying to say, oh, my job's so hard and yours is easy. Absolutely not. I've had jobs where, they were actually way more physically demanding than this and stressful, for sure. But, I work more now than I ever did. Like, this job...
You work more now?
Doing this than I ever did for any other job that I had previously.
That's depressing.
Okay. Continuing on.
That means your job has been some pretty low standards for you then, buddy.
Phil, what was it exactly that ended DSP Tries It for you? Would you ever consider bringing it back someday due to popular demand? Maybe even a DSP Tries It live version to fill out the week. Okay. I've answered this many times before. I'll try to answer it as properly as I can without repeating myself a million times. DSP Tries It started off as a series that I did when I was looking to diversify my content back when I was a full-time YouTuber. Yes, the gameplay was hyper-popular, but back then I couldn't monetize the gameplay, and I needed a way to raise funds to buy games and do things for the gameplay. So I said, I'll diversify my content. Let's try to do vlogging. And I did some game reviews, and I did travel vlogs, but DSP Tries It was the one that really caught on. It was me trying out various products. At first, it wasn't just food. It was fast food, but energy drinks and and gadgets and gizmos and all kinds of stuff.
What about the shower video? That's also a DSP tries it.
It was a very
let's not bring that up though.
I was taking super seriously or whatever, and it was basically something that I thought was kind of just not to be taken seriously. It was just frivolous and just kind of a thing to mess around, and people liked it because of that. And so, again, 10 plus years ago, when I was a bachelor and I was living alone and I had
a bachelor,
myself with really nothing to do with time,
a bachelor surrounded by his Emma.
Streaming, it didn't affect my schedule. It was just a quick trip extra to somewhere instead of maybe just going to Burger King. I went to McDonald's that day to get the new McDonald's burger. Right?
Gotta go to McDanks, man. DSP tries it.
Over the years of me doing DSP tries it, two things happened. Number one,
I got gout.
You know, I got things now going on behind the scenes that are way more important than me running out and buying fast food every day. Admittedly, I'm getting older.
You're getting old. You're pushing 40, dude. That's like.
And it became a hassle.
It's like, all right, dude.
I'm on a streaming schedule,
not dead yet, or you shouldn't be.
Stream my first stream, get the videos uploading immediately, run out the door, buy the food, come home, film myself eating the food. Okay, get that episode editing, prepare for the next stream, do the next stream. When the stream's done, the video's edited, upload the video. Like, it was crazy. Like, my days were just insane. Zero relaxation, tons of stress, running around to try to fit this into my schedule, right? When I became a streamer, things changed. When I started live streaming and having a streaming schedule, it was very different than just doing the on-demand videos whenever I wanted for YouTube. And admittedly, it took a lot of time away. When you're going to eat with your family, do you want to sit there with a camera and delay everyone being able to fucking film a stupid episode of DSP Tries It? No, you want to eat. You're hungry, right? Why are we all sitting around?
I don't think Cat has a soul enough to care, and Jasper's a fucking cat. I don't think they'd really mind, dude. I really don't.
In addition to that, YouTube basically made it that they just weren't even making sense to make anymore because of profitability.
No, it's all Susan's fault, man. DSP Tries It's are dead because Susan's a bitch.
So I would make a video, no lie, in the middle of a day of me recording a brand new
Susan's the Carol Baskin of YouTube.
Come home, film DSP Tries It, edit it, put it out. The video would get anywhere between.
She fed all the YouTube money to her.
I would make, no exaggeration, probably about $200 on that video. So I was spending what? $10 for a meal and making.
Have a good night, Kate. On Beat It Safe. See you on the high seas, matey.
Things were.
I hate this. Sorry, buddy.
Okay. By the time that I quit with DSP Tries It, I was doing the same amount of work, but it was also stressful because I was trying to cram it between two gameplay streams. So I was stressing myself out, having less time to spend with my family, and putting on an episode that would get anywhere between, let's say, 8,000 to 15,000 views, and it would make $5 if that. So
hey, that's some good. That's $5, man. That's at least some of the meal back.
$5 on the video. Okay, so it just didn't make any sense at all.
That bitch Carol Baskin.
For me to even be continuing the series because it was too stressful. I didn't want to eat fast food anymore for health reasons. Not enough time to do it, and not profitable. So it's like the quadruple whammy. No reason to continue the series. Okay, would I ever bring it back in the future? Only if there was some weird extenuating circumstances where I felt that there was a situation that it made sense to do an episode.
I have a great idea for you, Phil. Here's how you bring back DSP Tries It. You have your wife cook you a unique meal every time. You can make it like the meal of the week or some shit, and you can hype it up on your streams. And
guys, we would do it live.
And just like your Captain Crunch or the Burger King Nightmare Burger.
Kindred tipped me $7 to 2 more streaks, boys. Craigasm. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we did hit the vest streak, or the tip streak, and the vest streak continues. However, then Vest Investor tipped me $7 to bring out the vest. So we're actually over the tips amount. So thank you guys very much for exceeding the tips goal for today. And we're up to 67 straight streams hitting the vest goal. Let me get the vest.
67 streaks. Wowzers, Phil. You really know how to swindle those kids. In your... Whoa. What pants are we wearing today?
All right.
What business attire? Oh, we got the plaid pajama pants. Looking like a regular Don Draper in the office. It's not John Draper. It's Don Draper.
Okay. Oh. Alrighty, guys. Let's continue on, shall we? So, Snow Carl Reborn again.
Looking dressed. Looking fresh, dark.
Defeating your trolls will have an impact on your streams or revenue. Ladies and gentlemen. Alright. I am well aware that there is a group of people. Alright.
Dude, this is like the 4th shout out we've gotten, boys.
They hate me, but they want to get like a negative shout out or whatever. Alright. In
Thank you for the attention, Dark. It's so fun.
And give me a little bit of extra revenue. Yes, but I can concretely tell you guys that it is actually the long-standing fans, the people who like what I do, the people that find positivity in my content. Those are the people that really have my back. All right. And some people would argue that yes, I get new fans and new viewers from the next.
Yeah, you just finished the fight.
Every day we get
Saw some cool punchy boys.
And they say, Phil,
I don't know anything about UFC. Sorry. I'm not that awesome.
I come to check you out. I actually find that you're a really fun guy, and I love your positivity of your streams or whatever. All right, so that's definitely a factor. But no, the majority of support that I get is from legit fans. It is. I probably say
it's from legit fans. Okay, buddy.
I probably say at least an 80-20 split, if not 85-15.
Aw, thanks. He knows. I hope he's aware enough to know what he's doing. Because if he's aware enough and he's opportunistic enough, he could probably make some money off of it.
You made a DSP tries every time you eat out, even if you just make $5, you save $5. Since you eat out so often already, can't you make the videos then? No, I don't. I barely eat out ever. I almost never eat out.
Barely eat out. Didn't you? Whatever.
Before the pandemic.
Before the apocalypse.
It would be like either Wendy's or Taco Bell, and we would just grab something quick and come.
And he was going to go to Famous Dave's.
Okay. So there you go.
Take a sip.
Ladies and gentlemen, AMAC 860914.
I never liked how he said ladies and gentlemen. Are there any women who watch him?
Thank you very much.
Are there any women?
My mouse is.
Are there any female pay piggies even?
Up here on the leaderboard, first of all, because that is insanely generous contribution. Thank you very much, AMAC. Oops, AMAC 860.
So you boys get it.
I don't know if there's any significance to the numbers, but considering the size of the contribution, I should probably get his
Bad Bunny.
That gets us all the way up to holy crap. Honestly, on any topic, so keep it up. Thank you, AMAP. That is a really nice thing to say. Alfred Aponte tipped me $1. He's just passing by. Have a nice day. Good to see you, Alfred. Thank you very much. People are saying they want me to wear the gunner glasses. If you guys really want me to, I will. I actually didn't have any expectation that I was going to be wearing them today for Ask the King, but hey, all right, if that's what you guys want. People are screaming for the gunner glasses.
They're screaming. We have a. We're gonna wait for him to come back. We'll wait for him to come back so we can present this image. Yeah, dude, he wears out all the fucking time. It's not a shock.
I'm not gonna lie. It's a little awkward to be wearing these when I'm not doing gameplay.
We have cowboy hat, gamer glasses, the vest, Sonic the Hedgehog t-shirt, the pajama pants, and I'm gonna guess either mismatching socks or no socks. Phil Burnell is one hell of a...
Do you think disabling comments on your YouTube playthroughs has led to a decrease in negativity from trolls or detractors? An overall decrease in negativity, no. But what I can tell you is it's made my videos way more viewable to a common audience.
No, it really hasn't.
Videos anymore. The
comments are important, dude.
People say about you and your family has gotten so bad in your video comments.
Your family, it's a girl and a cat. Come on, man.
So my long-standing fans.
It's not like you have any children or any vested people.
I did, and in reality, did it negatively affect me at all?
Brokeback Mundane Matt.
The reason that we've seen the decline on my YouTube channel in the last few years is because I've become a full-time streamer. My focus.
Oh, dude, he kind of does look like Mundane Matt. Shit.
So people absolutely try to make the streams if they can. If they can't, then they'll go ahead and they'll check out the on-demand videos on YouTube, and there is an audience for that. But in general,
yeah, it's like an audience of like 200 to 300 people.
I'm not focusing on it anymore. You know what I mean? It's more. It makes more sense to try to be here live if you can. And there's nothing I can do about that. You know, at least the channel still exists and the channel still has a following or whatever. And I'm not going to get rid of it or anything, but. In reality, those videos that used to, this is how you don't play, and it has nothing to do with the gameplay, it's just people highlighting disgusting things said about me and my family, those are gone now. Yeah, you can do this is how you don't play, but all it is, you know, people highlighting the gameplay or saying stupid detractor shit that has nothing to do with my content. You don't have to worry about my videos on my channel being ruined by these shitheads anymore.
Yeah, but when you type in DSP,
in that regard, I think
you still get a bunch of detractor content and not your shit.
Spawn 89.
Makes you think.
A lot of your audience looks for the lulls, and they like to see you fail. How hard is it to appease those types of viewers if you can do it at all with the content that you're putting out? Does it bother you that there are people, malicious or not, that look at your content more as comedy rather than take it as a serious form of gameplay, as shown with the chat reactions over a failure or death or a blunder committed on a live stream? In reality, I don't really care about that anymore, at all. Like, if you're here to check me out, great. As long as you're not derailing my stream and making it impossible for people who want to be positive to enjoy the content, I don't care if you're here to laugh at me or laugh with me. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yes, you do. If people laugh at you, you ban.
Whatever. Just
people make fun of you. You tell them to get out.
Who want to have fun and be positive, and I'm okay with that. Sadly, there's some people who have to do that. They have to I have to go crazy over the top and be a complete fucking shithead and try to harass people just because they like Phil's content or whatever. And that obviously is messed up, and obviously that's not good at all. And I have to moderate the stream chat when that stuff happens, right?
You were one of your...
But in reality, failing has always been a part of my content.
No, I have not seen the Missing Link videos.
When I started playing games on YouTube, I wasn't taking them seriously. I was the guy who flubbed through a game and fucked around and didn't you know, my content was not pro-level gameplay. I never said, oh, come watch me just dominate Dark Souls. Come watch me kick the shit out of Metal Gear Solid. It was, come watch me fucking be an asshole and fail and make fun of the game developers and be stupid. That was
yeah, make fun of people who worked way harder than you to make something that people actually enjoy.
On YouTube, I wasn't the guy doing high-level walkthroughs or
come to Dark Side Phil and watch a man literally become a cunt.
You know what I mean?
Literally, that's how you marketed yourself, Dark. Come on.
And people liked that about my content, see? So, that's why a lot of people watch me to begin with. I understand there's people here to just make fun of me. And the thing is, as long as I continue to do variety of gameplay, that's going to always continue. So, for example, when I'm playing Animal Crossing, there's not much to fail at in Animal Crossing. It's a chill game. You're not going to see the people who are here to see me fail come tune into an Animal Crossing.
Yeah, but when the funny parts of Animal Crossing are when you have to sit there and you have to type something or send a little love letter to your wife. And it takes you like 4 to 5 minutes to figure out how to type.
Those people will be here for Neo. Those people will be here when I play an online multiplayer game like Street Fighter. But they're not going to come by for the chill streams. You see what I mean? So you get that dichotomy of viewers. Like I said, yes, there's long-standing viewers who love me, who watch everything I do. There's some viewers who are here to watch positive content of new games. There's some viewers here to see me fail at games where I can fail. And that's the appeal of someone like me. I'm a jack of all trades, and I'm pretty much a master of none. But that's okay as long as I entertain you and you have a good time. That's all I care about.
Yep, you are a master of none.
Okay.
Not that show. That show was actually pretty good.
I'm actually have a lozenge. You can hear my throat starting to get a little.
I actually kind of like that show.
Before we continue.
And then disease, I'm sorry, went a little weird. Yeah, get another lozenge because your throat is shit because of the magic fire hydrant from Project 7 or whatever. That fucked with your throat 8 years ago.
Alright. I strongly recommend Halls. I think these are vitamin C drops. They're not necessarily cough drops. Grapefruit flavor is superb. I love this flavor.
That means you need more vitamin C in your life, dude. If you gotta take the little vitamin C drops,
that is not a paid product.
get some more vitamin C in your dog. Natural way.
Or is he? No, it's not. Okay. VG Stuffed asks, with the new console set to launch this year, do you think the same launch woes from previous console launches, like the lack of interesting games and a certain amount of bugs, etc., will be present in the launch? And do you think this generation console should focus on 4K?
It's a console launch. They're always going to be slightly underwhelming.
Well, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Console launches always have problems. The consoles launch and there's hardware failures. Remember the Xbox 360? Holy shit. Was that a botched console launch with the amount of hardware failures that thing had? Things don't work as intended. Holy shit. Remember the Xbox One with the optical output that didn't do surround sound even though it was supposed to, with the Kinect that didn't work? You talk to the thing and it would think that you're saying something.
Oh yeah, dude, it's DSP. The guy's literally made of soy and gout.
It's never a smooth launch for these new consoles. There's always issues, alright? I do feel that they're getting better over time, but that every time that I say that, something fucks me in the ass. Like, oh, consoles are getting better. Let me go buy a Nintendo Switch. Oops, my Switch bricks itself after day one. You know? So, as much as I'd like to say, oh yeah, these game developers and these game, you know, the console developers know what they're doing and they've learned from their mistakes and they're definitely going to have a great new console launch later this year. It's like, I know if I say something positive, it's going to come back to bite me, right?
We can't just like look forward to something though, dude.
All right, but honestly, for me, the thing that's always been
I know they're going to be underwhelming, but some of the games are going to be cool.
Library of games. The games that are available when you purchase the console.
Unless shit's backwards compatible.
I mean, there was no exception.
Then I can like play Persona 5 Royal.
The Xbox One, they both had
that'd be sick.
Lame launch libraries. I mean, Knack was a decent game to show off the graphics of the PS4, but it wasn't anything to write home about.
Yeah, I got a launch Switch too, and mine had no problem. So maybe he did fuck with something, or something happened in the post.
Rise, Son of Rome. The game looks great, and it's one of the worst playing games ever because it's just so basic and trivial and a short game.
Well, it was Crytek, dude. They were told to make a game that they really didn't probably want to make.
Will they finally learn from their track record of always launching these consoles with no good games and finally release each console with a killer app? Now, Xbox Series X is...
Alright, Martin, have a good night. Don't let the bugs bite. Be safe making choices.
Or has Halo kind of gone on the downturn in the last decade? And
I mean, Halo's coming back, bro. Master Chief Collection on PC. That's looking pretty fucking fresh.
Do their own thing. Now they got this, what is it, 343 Industries or whoever who makes it. And quite frankly, I don't like the Halo games. Like, I thought Halo 3 was really good. I think Halo 4 and 5 have been bad. They don't feel like tried and true Halo games anymore. And quite frankly, they don't play well. And they're not very super fun. They're kind of boring. And they feel what it really feels like is fan service. Someone who knows Halo and wants to make a Halo game, but they don't have the skill of the original developers. So they make a fan
Well, yeah,
service
dude, because
game of it,
Bungie had like a nice touch to their
$16
shit.
mainstream release in the Halo franchise.
There's a reason why people played Halo 1 and 2 and
So I agree.
3 online to death, and the campaigns co-op.
I'd say Halo 3 and Halo Reach. Halo ODST was terrible. But Halo 3 and Halo Reach were quite good. And since then, everything's been kind of blah.
It's really hard to take your opinions when you kind of look like Al from Toy Story 2.
Halo Infinite, which, by the way, Halo Infinite was supposed to be Halo 6, because there was supposed to be a second Halo trilogy, but all of a sudden they changed their minds. Oh, it's not going to be Halo 6, it's going to be Halo Infinite now, because they want people to forget about that and try not to associate this game with the previous Halo 4 and 5, because they want to think, oh, it's a brand new thing. It's going to be great for the launch of this Xbox Series X. I'm not sold. At the same time, I don't think I've seen a single game for PS5 at launch that I'm sold is going to be an amazing game either, so... You know, I'm kind of like...
I don't know, man.
Again, are we going to have the same issue?
We might get some things pulled out.
Possible, in my opinion.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were some bangers at that PS5 event.
New York Times sent me another $3. And let's see. He says, why can't the detractors be assholes now like you were when you started to become a better person like later like you are now? I've never said they couldn't. I never said they couldn't be.
Yeah, report back, Ryan M. I want to know how PPP's doing.
See some of the stuff that I used to do myself.
Yeah, exactly. Bungie made a game about Keemstar. That's exciting.
What?
I wonder how Keem
wins
that deal.
Anything that I ever said and did about people in the Street Fighter community was in relation to the Street Fighter community. I never went around that and tried to fuck with their personal lives behind the scenes and be a complete asshole and just destroy things for them in their life outside of what they did in the Street Fighter community. You know, there was a group of West Coast players in California who called themselves the top players.
Oh yeah, dude, a greedy turbo nerd.
Profiles like we're the top players in the country. And in
Fuck
reality,
yeah.
were they good? Yes. Were they necessarily the best players in the country? No. There were good players all over the United States, so it was very cocky of them to do that. So I made a parody website, tophaters.com, where I made fun of all of them and they constantly just kind of ragged on them, okay?
Yeah, because you probably made a shitty website with unfunny jokes.
Going behind the scenes, trying to find out shit about their personal lives and completely dox them and expose them and fuck them over with stuff. Like, that was the extent I did. I'll make fun of you about...
I guarantee you there'll be a launch that'll be on the PS5, Dreams.
You can't be a moral being.
There'll be probably a port of that.
You just can't. You have to be
Last of Us 2, as much as that's going to be memed into oblivion, and Ghost of Tsushima. The really good game that's actually coming out that I'm excited for. That game looks fucking rad.
But I agree with you. I do see some of that, or some of the things that happen to me, or whatever. You take a jab at me, you make fun of my gameplay.
PPP is streaming.
Man, personal shit is where there's a major dichotomy between anything that I ever did and what these people do. Okay. Ultimate Cloud says, am I wearing pajama bottoms? Yes. What do you think I wear? Like slacks, work slacks when I do streams?
Well, you should probably put on like some like jeans or something, some actual like man pants.
I'm either wearing sweatpants
or the booty shorts.
And then when it gets warmer, I wear shorts, like gym shorts.
Yeah, get those booty shorts out.
Excuse me. The Evil Green Ranger cheered. Just to add to this, remember Xbox said in 2013 you can't play used games on their console and PlayStation trolled them sharing games with friends. Yes, I remember that. What is this?
Yeah, that was one of like the cool Sony E3 moments.
What?
Nothing beats fucking Kevin Butler though. And if you remember Kevin Butler, you're one of the boys.
I don't know anything about that. Serbian Aviv cheered said, opinion on Lego City not recognizing Israel as a state? No opinion. Tangy Asian style.
Yeah, dude, Ghost of Tsushima is gonna look fucking big city titties. That game's gonna look dope.
Yeah, this is who I think it is. Yes, this was the guy I told you the story at Evo. At ECC, East Coast Championships, one of the major East Coast tournaments I ran in Bundleton, New Jersey. He got so angry because East Coast players were basically harassing and trolling him. He went outside and punched a tree and completely destroyed his hand. He had gashes in his hand where he was gushing blood, and his bones could be seen through his hand because he punched a tree because he was so angry. So I'm familiar with the guy. Yes, I don't know anything about the story of him.
Oh, dude, Cyberpunk.
Okay.
That game's gonna be a lot of fun.
Wump NATO.
I'm excited for Cyberpunk.
And says, my son who's 17 wants to
I need something that's like Deus Ex because Square Enix is not gonna scratch that itch anytime soon.
Doing it 60. Anything like this that's internet based is incredibly uncertain, incredibly unsafe to do, and it's very risky. Sure, for every person who's successful, there's probably about 400 people who fail. So, you know, could I recommend it as something that
No, I like all the cuss words. They're fun.
There are people who succeed at it. So.
It's funny when I hear all the edgy guys swear.
Did you ever get burnt out playing so many games on a daily basis?
It reminds me of me.
When it was YouTube videos, but I actually don't.
It's like a bunch of me's in the game. It's very exciting.
Egg Youngsters here asking about investing $5,000. I'm just not going to I don't know. Stupid shit. Okay. Let's continue on. In fact, what I'd like to do now, before we move on to Twitter questions, I'd like to give shout-outs to the patrons. Thank you.
How many patrons? Like 64? It's a low number.
Give shout outs to those people. So thank you to Ryan, The Resistance, Villix, Gutter Drums, Big Tone 995, Casey Wood, Planet Jeff,
Woo!
Michael, Trevor Say, Eric Miller, Super Blind Man, Haseo,
Brandon Cole, big ups.
Trekker, Fallen 1570, Murdoch, Blaine Mayo, Steven Slater 007, Brandon LaBrache, Arch Vile, Joshua Wells, Dog Bullshit.
Yeah, his Valley Girl inflection is really, really fucking annoying. Like, God.
All of you for all of your
makes him sound vapid as shit.
All right, now let's move on to Twitter questions, shall we? Truth of the matter is, we'll go through Twitter questions, and
oh, here we go, the Twitter lightning round.
And that'll be the show. We might not need 3 parts this time around, maybe just 2 parts to answer everyone's questions. Okay.
Yeah, Planet 1K. Planet, here's some of my dead wife's money.
Who's the guy you're talking about who brandished a gun in an event? I don't know. I don't know anything about that. That happened after I quit, after I was done with competitive Street Fighter. So I can't talk about the situation because I wasn't involved in it. I don't know anything about it.
You should do some research, Dark.
Cheering is at your own discretion. If you cheer and I don't answer your cheer because it's a stupid thing you're asking, that's your own fault. And Lord Kong cheer, he says, could the next vest be black and a cowboy hat styled to match the awesome... Oh, wait. Could it be a black and cowboy styled vest to match the hat? The thing is, if I had a black vest, you probably wouldn't be able to see it as well.
No, you need to get one of those,
I would think a colored vest makes more sense than...
Those, like, handicapped safety vests. Like a big, like, orange...
Okay.
Big orange vest, Dave. That's what you need.
Twitter questions. We start off with GodAware, who asks, is there anything specific...
Yes, he does look like a lazy Saints 4 character on Randomizer. Wow, my tongue is fat today. I'm sorry, boys.
It's very simple. This is the advice I always give. If you're going to get started with this, you have to have fun with it, and you have to have positivity come through, and you have to basically be having a good time.
Well, yeah, dude, you gotta have fun with everything. If you're not having fun with it, what's the fucking point?
You're nervous, no one's going to want to see you. And if you're doing something that's so dangerously grueling...
Yes, this is still going on, unfortunately. What time is it?
You basically gotta have
oh, wow, it's 1:40 in the morning. Cool.
Come through with your content, and people will latch onto it positively. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that there's not people out there who only do negative stuff. Absolutely. But I'm giving you from the perspective as a positive content creator. What I do is I latch on to
positive content creator, though. Alright, whatever, buddy.
As long as we're having a good time.
If you say something enough times, it's bound to be true.
So, it's about having a good time on a stream and portraying that to your viewers. That's a positive vibe that's going to make them want to come back. Okay. Now, if you're an expert at a certain kind of game and you feel that you can really portray that in a stream, by all means, become that expert, become that guru, become that person who people look to learn about a certain
guru. Isn't it like a religious thing, Dark? I thought you don't talk about politics or religion, dude.
Like old school Street Fighter, I've never really been able to do that. So instead of that, I've kind of focused on just being the guy that.
Yeah, it's the Ask the King from a couple days ago.
And in general, just try to put out
May 7th.
Rather than a bunch of toxicity, and for the most part, it's worked. Right? That would be my recommendations. I could sit here and give you equipment.
Yeah, but you're bankrupt, buddy. You're broke as shit.
Seriously.
Your wife probably got more money in the bank than you, dude. Most likely.
And have no idea what the
if he was smart, that's how it would be.
And that you portray that, people will probably enjoy it, and you'll probably be all right. Okay? Crab Cut, I got the hat from Tennessee, Nashville. I already told the story on this Ask the King, so go check out part 1 if you want the full story on that. Okay? All right. Let's continue on. Beast Bob.
Oh, hi, Beast Bod. Woo!
What is your definitive Final Fantasy?
Yeah, he does look sickly. He gets his health in the face at least is degrading slowly over time.
Is top of the charts. Final Fantasy 4 is probably just under it for me. Now after that,
here's the part I can totally contribute to. Final Fantasy.
1, 2, and 3. I've only played through them maybe once. 3 I never even finished, so I can't really rank them. 5 is good, but I think it has the weakest plot of that era of SNES versions of Super Nintendo Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, I've never played a Super Nintendo Final Fantasy game. I feel really bad.
After 4,
I feel like I'm going to get my gamer card revoked.
And then maybe after 10, maybe 13, and then maybe 9. Or maybe 9 and then 13.
I think 13 should be at the bottom.
Maybe if I replay it,
I don't know much about Final Fantasy, but I know like most people thought 13 was trash.
So I think 7 is a good game, but not for the story, for the gameplay elements. So it's hard to rank that one. You know, Final Fantasy VII Remake is a good game, but I feel a lot of people are going to criticize it strongly for being such a linear game, when Final Fantasy historically does open itself up to open world exploration, and there's pretty much none of that in Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's just linear. Oh, you're in a chapter where there's some side content that you can completely skip, but by the way, the side content is still on the linear path you were on before. It's nowhere new.
Yeah, because it's like almost like it's a reimagining of the game, Dark.
It's a very limited game on what they do with it, because they're stuck in Midgard. So, I don't know. For me, I would say 6, 4, maybe 10. And then after that, it's kind of all a mixed bag for me. Okay?
It's all a mixed bag. Ugh.
Where will 7 Remake land? I have no idea at this point. Revan Kusanagi asks, what are your thoughts on the new Yakuza game going through the radical route of being a more heavy RPG-style game now? Although it's a huge leap from what was originally started, I think
I've always wanted to get into the Yakuza games. Never had a chance.
Big change, you're gonna have people who
I feel like I would like those games, though.
When they went from being this survival horror fixed camera tank controls to over-the-shoulder third person with Resident Evil 4. And then in 6 when it became more of an action-based game, and then in 7 when it went back to the first person for the first time. You're always gonna have people who are gonna complain. For me, I think
you might as well wait for the full release of Final Fantasy VII Remake.
They literally did everything.
Like, get the full story
with that plot line and that style of gameplay. I actually think that was it. And like, if they continued on, you're just beating the dead horse. Been there, done that.
Stop.
Mixing it up and turning it into a different.
Can we make a petition on the dark side of the internet to get Phil to stop using dead horse jokes? Like, he should know, if he keeps tabs on everything the trolls say, he should know about the horse jokes. Or is he saying it after a Freudian slip?
Style of game. You now add variety. You add in new gameplay elements and new things that have never been done in the series before that could add to a lot more fun for the common gamer. At the same time, what about those who hardcore Yakuza fans who are going to be upset that it doesn't play like Yakuza anymore? Well, guess what? We got a new franchise called Judgment, just started last year. That's basically the logical evolution of what Yakuza was, so you're not dead in the water. And by the way, Judgment was a sales hit, so I get the feeling we're going to see a whole new IP continuing on with Judgment in the future, which is great because that game was outstanding. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds.
I missed the boat on Judgment.
Really
I feel bad about that.
Stuff from,
that was the game I slept on.
You know, a new franchise reborn with new gameplay elements. But if you didn't like that it changed, you can go play the other franchise that plays like the one that you like to begin with. You see what I mean? So there you go. There you go. I think it's going to be good. I'm actually very excited for the new Yakuza game. I hope it's going to turn out well. Let's see here. Snow Carl is criticizing me doing a new vest.
I thought Snow Carl was gone.
At this point, because by the way, he's impersonating someone who was already banned anyway, so he can get the fuck out of here. Crapcock Cheers says, I know you're going to go back and play the new MK11 story, but we'll be doing multiplayer. I don't know. I'm definitely doing the story, and if there's anything new in the crypt, I have no idea if I'll be doing multiplayer or not. We'll see what happens. Okay? Okay. Snow asks the following. What are your thoughts on top streamers on Twitch and Mixer?
Oh, here we go. Big boy rant. Buckle yourselves up for a big boy rant. One of the big guy streamers.
Person in the gaming community as a content creator, never. I was a guy who was just dicking around on YouTube and having fun with it and didn't know about what I was doing. And even when I started doing this,
yeah, dude, Snow Carl's the new DSP waifu. I can dig behind that.
By luck, it became popular. You know what I mean? Like, I was a very lucky guy that it hooked on, it became popular. Admittedly, would I like to be more popular and have more viewers and more income? I mean, what am I going to be, an asshole and say no? Of course, everyone's going to say yes to that. But the question is, at what price? Because if you look at those people who are bigger than me, they all do the same shit. They act like a certain over-the-top style character for their streams to attract a certain kind of youthful audience. They all do the ridiculously edited thumbnails with the reaction face on it.
Did it not, Ryan M? How was it? Is it still going on?
They participate in drama-style content, right? They all do it. They all do it, right? You know, few and far between.
If the PPP stream is going on, we might take a fun little side diversion once this is over. We just might.
Very similar. Let's be honest, and I'm not saying this is bad. All right, PewDiePie, Markiplier. What's that other guy with the green hair? Right?
Come on. You know him. You know all the big boys. There you go. Nice job, Dark.
You really look at all of them.
You have their pictures on dartboards in your bedroom.
Same kind of content. They act the same. They dress up in, you know, I dye my hair to look like a cartoon character.
We will take a break. We'll switch over if the stream's going on.
They all kind
if it's still going on, we'll see.
You know, and again, I'm not criticizing and saying that's bad. They found this gimmick that works, but I never did that over the years, right? I was always myself.
Yeah. Hang on, we'll put it to a vote. 1, to go check on PPP. 2, to keep doing this. Oh, he just ended it? Damn it! Fuck! How unfortunate. Let's all be sad. Hang on. Why the fuck? No. There we go. Man. We can't check PP. Oh, he's all, damn it.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes.
Fuck.
Got nowhere to run. The night goes on as I'm fading away. I'm sick of this life.
Yeah, I am reading a little bit. I'm genuinely upset. Because I've been aware of PPP way before, like, back when, like, the Miami shit happened with Ralph. But I thought he was a spurg back then. And I knew he was doing shit with Dick Masterson, so I was like, oh, this is going to be entertaining to look at. And I never kept a close eye on it. And I guess it's not going well for PPP, so... Sucks. Sorry, bud.
To use the trends and things that people always told me.
Maybe you try not to be a spurg.
I refuse to do
there's
it.
Your pro gamer tip, PPP.
Successful, not because I found some kind of a trend to attract little kids to my content, but because I put out content that people found as meaningful and positive. Okay?
This isn't
I'll be honest. In the last 3 years that I have become a full-time streamer, I feel the stuff I do is genuine, positive, and way more meaningful and fun than the stuff I used to do back when I was just a YouTuber making stupid, immature, sexual jokes and dumb shit like that. Now I'm a way more honest dude. But yet,
way more honest.
I still have a following. I still get support, and you know what I mean? Like you would think if really the reason people were around was just to see me be a fake jerk, that would have changed when I became a full-time streamer. But it's the opposite. I seem to get more positivity and more support today than ever before.
Take a sip.
So obviously I'm doing something right. Okay. But if it would mean
you're doing something right, or a bunch of people are doing something wrong, one of the two.
To have to look like a cartoon character screaming at the top.
Yeah, you already act like that. That's just you, dude.
Act like something I'm not in order to basically be a Muppet or a cartoon character to entertain people on a stream. I don't want.
Yeah, pretty much. Thanks for the. Hang on, do I have that?
It means that
oh no, because I have no suckers board. Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
There we go.
Everything I am just to make a few extra bucks. I'm sorry, I'm not. So that's that. Okay. Joey Schmeck asks, what's your opinion on states reopening now? Do you think it's too soon, too late, or just right?
Yay, apocalypse talk.
I'm not going to go into massive political explanation here, but I think we're at the point now where we need to at least have very careful and safe reopening of some stuff. Reason being, it's been 2 months.
Yeah, dude,
now,
it's adding a positive number to his bank account. That's what makes it positive.
Oh, we shut down for 2 months, now we have no income to pay our bills. They're gone. There's actually places that Kat and I ate at that we know are out of business. We've, just going out to do errands, we drive by, they're gone. They're shut.
Never a children's entertainer.
But hey,
he would never be. As he looks
to,
like a randomized created character in Saints Row.
Some things had to be sacrificed for a good cause. But at the same time, can we have the entire country and entire world shut down indefinitely for this? No. Life does have to resume at some point, and you can't have the entire world economy be destroyed because we just don't know how to handle the pandemic. Because the truth of the matter is, there's been other countries like Sweden, among others, South Korea, that have handled it very differently than how the United States handled it, and they didn't destroy their economies, but they still handled the pandemic. So I don't know if we handled it the right way or not, but what I see and what I think is going on.
At least we didn't handle it like Italy. Could be a whole lot worse.
A very rational step-by-step.
PPP short is a internet blood sports orbiter. As gay as that sounds, that's PPP.
We're going to have it so that we limit the amount of people in the store. We're going to have it so that 50% capacity for restaurants, right? Stuff like that, metered approaches until we can finally get back to where we were, as long as it takes. But it has to be careful and rational.
Yeah, pretty much. The boys in chat got you, dude.
Behavior in the United States is not rational. You may think it is, but
no, it's America. People are crazy in America. That's what makes it fun.
Grocery store. She happens to not work in the grocery department because this is a grocery store that has all kinds of.
No, she works in deliveries. She's like a delivery horse.
Her store, because it's one of the few stores that's open. A lot of other stores are closed. She's seeing way more customers now in the store than ever before, and none of them are keeping socially distanced. They're all there crowding the stores, buying products they don't need, because they're thinking, oh, it's just normal life. I can just go to the store because it's open, instead of taking the proper precautions. So when that happens, and you realize you can't control the stupid people, you need to spread people out so they don't fucking spread this thing. So reopening other stores actually makes sense. Don't have them all be at the grocery stores. Have them go to the other stores and spread the fuck out, so that way they're not all within 2-inch proximity of each other like morons spreading this fucking virus. So in my opinion, we do need to see a metered approach, and it needs to be careful, but we do need to start reopening stuff because we cannot have the entire world economy be destroyed and have the entire life as we know it be ruined by a virus.
Yeah, the way he does his in-game characters are interesting.
I hate that. A single person died from
this
virus.
It's
And no, I'm not going to be one of these pundits who gets up on a soapbox. Well, some people just need to die then. That's fucked up. No one.
Wait, what? COVID robots in Singapore? What?
To find a rational approach and not just.
God, the world is fucking nuts. Jesus.
We need to find the middle ground that's going to work.
I don't know if I should be impressed or like off-putted by that. Take a sip.
Now we got someone calling Asian American Carl. What is this now? I don't know. And asking about the tractor. So you're derailing the stream, and I'm going to answer because you're being a fucking idiot. Tim Martin tipped me $1.24. He says Germany will be bringing back football, or soccer as we call it here in America, on
all right,
only under closed doors. The UK is going to
got a little excited there, man.
We should take notes from Germans. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, I think we've never had anything happen like this.
I mean, I do have the irrational fear of those Boston Dynamics robots, so I don't know how I'd react to a COVID robot.
They're sadly the ones who are passing away, and we have to learn from that. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, this is a worldwide disaster, and it's horrendous, the amount of people we've lost. And what we need to do now is learn from it. Because if the worst thing that could possibly happen out of this whole pandemic is if we learn nothing, that another pandemic hits in 5 years, and the same fucking thing happens. Tons of people die, the whole economy gets destroyed because we're idiots and we don't fucking learn a damn thing because we're stupid. Please, as a human race, please let us learn from this so we don't have so many people.
Why does he always sound like a teenage goth girl when he talks about bigger issues?
Okay.
He always sounds like a moody mall rat.
He says, as a kid, did you ever have trouble falling asleep at night because there was a test or a quiz or an exam that you had the next day? Sometimes I have a hard time falling asleep too because the test, quizzes, and exams.
Yep, I wouldn't like it. Nope. Boston Dynamic robots are terrifying.
No lie, to this day,
nope, fuck no.
Sometimes
those things are fucking terrifying. Hell no.
My entire time that I was in university or college, as we call it in the United States, there were times when I thought I was going to fail a class or a course, and because I failed it, that basically, as a result of that, I was going to flunk out of school because I was on scholarship, or I should say partial scholarship when I was in university. So unlike, oh, I fail out of school, big deal, I can go back later, I'll just get another job. For me, it was like, I fail out of school, all my parents' money that they invested in that tuition is wasted. I lose this scholarship that was a huge opportunity for me to finish school. You know what I mean? Like, there was like a lot of stuff on the line when I was in school. And there were literally times when I would have horrendous nights of no sleep, massive stress, studying all night long, pulling long all-nighters.
Yeah, he has to say university to pander to the Britbongs that watch him.
It's not a good time.
Which I guess is a pretty large percentage.
I think that that school should be something that you're learning stuff that you actively know you can apply to your life, not that you're forcing yourself to learn shit just to get a grade so you don't flunk out. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like my experience was not representative of how a school experience should be, but that's how it was. To the point where by the time I was done with college, I didn't care anymore. Like, I was just, fuck this, I want to get out of here and get on with my life because this has been torturous. And you know, maybe if I either gone to a different college, or maybe if I had studied a different thing, or maybe if my life experience was different, I'd have to work the entire time that I was in school, because I was working while I was in school to pay for school. Maybe that
that's how most people do it.
A silver spoon in my mouth, and I didn't have to pay for nothing.
Most people do it like that. They work through school,
for me, like,
or they get academic scholarships,
like, to this day,
or they have disability programs.
To this day, having nightmares about still being in university and I'm not going to make it to class. I can't find my class. I don't know where it is, so I'm going to get a bad grade.
Well, that's a little.
I'm going to flunk this test and I'm going to flunk out. And you know, I still have anxiety in the back of my head subconsciously because
it's a little unhealthy, buddy.
How many years later? I got out of school in 2004. It's 2020 and I'm still having this shit. Pretty bad.
It's a little unhealthy, dude.
The lost one
Sniff
asks, "What's up, Phil? My question to you is, do you try to incorporate self-discipline into your life? If you have, in what ways? If you haven't,
oh, this one's gonna be great. Self-discipline, Phil. Here we go.
And learn to appreciate themselves. I mean, yeah, my life needs a lot of self-discipline because I'm self-employed. I don't have a 9-to-5 employer where if I don't show up to work, I get fired, right? I don't have a boss telling me this is exactly what you need to do to succeed, and if you don't do it, you're fired. I run my own show here. So
yeah, dude, he has Vietnam PTSD about what happened in his college years.
That, you know, when I'm here and ready and equipped to put out fun content for you guys on a daily basis. Not that I come unequipped and not ready and the stuff's not working. You know what I mean? Like, I have a responsibility to the viewers to put out a functional, entertaining show every day, and that takes discipline. It takes discipline to be here 6 days a week full time and be okay with that, knowing that I only get 1 day a week for my family. You know, I could take a lot more time off, but that's gonna shoot me in the ass because of the amount of debt and stuff that I'm in. You know, money that I owe now the government and stuff. You know, it would kill me if I didn't work as much as I did later on. But you know, I've basically tried to discipline myself to the point where, like, it's a normal life, like getting up at the same time every day.
Well, yeah, because you
not complaining about it, having fun with it. You know, like, and it was hard.
That's what most people do, dude, with normal jobs. If you have a job you hate, you do the I'll make the most of it, have fun with it.
This was before I became a full-time live streamer. Right around that intro of 2014, 2015, when the negativity against me on the internet was really at a peak, and everyone was just shitting on me and trying to destroy.
Yeah, I know. I'm an optimist though on the dark side of the internet.
You know, the year when I was
I'm an optimist a little bit, and
DDoS attacked,
and
had my YouTube channel destroyed by false copyright strikes. That was pretty much the year.
I hurt myself
I was like,
today.
I don't want this anymore because it's too much pain, it's too much suffering, and it's
too much pain, too much suffering. Oh boy.
Myself and stay in that discipline and say, no, I have to stay the course.
You're so disciplined, Phil.
I have to stick with this. I have to be
so disciplined.
If I tough this out, that there's going to be some kind of a light at the end of a tunnel. Maybe a tunnel that's 20 years long, but I'm eventually going to get to the end.
Disciplined in the mobile games. Disciplined with
that's always been my attitude. Is even though I have these hardships
being a
that I
piece of
face
shit.
on a basis and things that fall apart.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta big up Johnny Cash. Gotta respect the real Man in Black.
I still discipline myself to never give up and to stay the
See,
course.
when you do the defiant like fist thing, Phil, it doesn't work when your underarm is flapping in the wind like a sad flag. It doesn't really work.
And, we'll see where life goes from here. But it's tough. It's tough because let me tell you, when you're not working for someone and you're working for yourself, it's tough to maintain the discipline. It's very easy. I'm just taking today off, man. Fuck that. Even when I was big on YouTube and I was making tons of money and I had the ability to do that, I didn't do it. I was still here working my ass off every single day to make sure there was content for you guys because I didn't know what was going to happen in the future. I didn't know when the days of milk and plenty, the gravy train of ad revenue on YouTube was eventually going to run out, which it did.
What? Gramps hated Johnny Cash? Aw.
Ass off, even though I didn't.
Oh man.
Okay. Cashmere Goat cheered and he said, visiting NBA 2K15 to replace the Call of Duty streams. No, I'm not going back to NBA 2K15. That's ridiculous.
What would be a good game for him to replace Call of Duty with?
Asian American Carl is a troll now, so he can get the fuck out of here.
Bye, Asian American Carl. Do I have the band one?
I'm a mature adult with a business. I worry about your mobility over time.
Close enough.
Right. Sitting here all day, every day, a sedentary lifestyle is not good. That's why I take these breaks and I go and I move around and I walk around my house, which a lot of people don't understand. Phil, why do you need a break? It's only like a 4-hour stream. Because if I sit here the whole time and don't move, I could get blood clots and fucking die. That's why. I'm not stupid.
You're not gonna keel over and die if you sit somewhere for 4 hours. By that logic, you would die in your sleep. Because you're just lying in bed for like 8 hours.
When I was doing stuff back then in a different style, and people like that style, it's valid. And they could like that, but things have to change over time. I couldn't just stay the same guy in a constantly changing world with different culture and different demands and different desire for different kinds of content. I couldn't stay that same guy. I had to change and evolve, in my opinion, for the better, for more positive, less toxicity, more positivity, more meaningful content being put out rather than content that was just for the sake of doing it. So I'm okay with people who think that was better. There's nothing I can do about that, right? John Cena to me, $1.24 says you can't see me, you never give up. There you go. All right, guys. Actual last question.
Last question, boys. Last call.
I'm actually going to open up the show to the viewers, and that's going to be the conclusion. We got through all the questions.
Oh, wow. He's going to open up to the viewers. What a guy.
This is a short question, but which character do you think was a better protagonist, John Marston or Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption games? I personally like Arthur a lot more than John. Here's the thing. My personal preference is John Marston because I overall think that actual Red Dead Redemption 1 is a better game than Red Dead 2, okay? Immediately when I replayed Red Dead 1 right before I played Red Dead 2, it didn't feel as good of a game as I thought when it first came out as a new release. But of course, 8+ years can change how a game feels in relation to all the other games out there. You know what I'm saying? But what I would say is, that overall, if you look at the actual two characters, John and Arthur, head up, all right? The story of Red Dead 2, very much so, shows the evolution and development and learning and wisdom growing within Arthur and how as a person he changes from just being one of the guys in the gang who does the dirty deeds to someone who has morals and a conscience and actually changes and grows as a person during the course of the game.
Almost like they had bigger game to work with so they could flesh out more character. Almost, Phil. Wow. What a
John,
fucking take.
Not so much. John, you start his story what they call in medias res. What that means is you start somewhere in the middle.
Okay. Phil Burnell, literary expert, is going to tell us about in medias res. All right. All right. Oh, no, I muted him.
He did in the past, but that he basically... And then during the course of the game, you start to learn about his past and the horrible things he did in the past, but that he basically wanted to change from that and write that off and become a better person and have a family and just be left alone. But he's much like the mafioso stories. Oh, every time I try to get out, they pull me back in, right? That's really the story of John Marston, where he had a past that was bad. You didn't really get to see all that, right?
I really liked Red Dead 2.
But you get to see his present, where he's a better guy.
I kind of teared up at the ending. Not gonna lie, that shit was if you're a good boy in Red Dead, by the end on that mountaintop, you're tearing up a bit.
He doesn't care about shit. He kills people in cold blood. He doesn't care who he robs, cheats, or steals from in order so that his gang can get ahead. But by the middle of the game, he's starting to grow a conscience. And by the end of the game, he's a completely changed
Well, it's not the fact that he starts to grow the conscience, it's he starts to lose faith in Dutch, and that's the thing that helps him develop. It's that initial doubt in Dutch's plan.
His mannerisms, his voice actor, the writing for John, better. and I think that Red Dead 1 is the better game overall. Okay? All right, so we're going to open up to just a few questions.
I like the pacing of Red Dead 1.
First of all, Retro Jim Cheers.
Red Dead 1 feels like it's boom, 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 boom. There's a lot of slow burns in RD2 if you really want them to be.
With my lower back being herniated discs and shit, and I had constant
Top Gun fucking slaps.
Shooting, pain, or numbness in my legs. I actually purchased a yoga system called DDP Yoga, who's from a guy named Diamond Dallas Page, professional wrestler, who had very similar issues.
DSP does yoga?
Fixed his body, and said that it was such a life-changing experience for him that he wanted to share that experience with many other people, including pro wrestlers, but other people in life. Just
Dark wants to do yoga, not yogurt, yoga. Big ups, man. I give it to him.
For being a life-changing guy who wanted
both games are great.
Rather than for his pro wrestling career.
Both games fucking slap.
Wrestling career. It's actually his work after pro wrestling that people remember him for more. And I have this system. I have the DVDs or whatever it is, and I never used it.
You never used it?
The time that I bought it was right before I had moved across the country.
Man, I wanted Yoga Side Phil so bad.
I made concrete changes to my lifestyle.
Yo, Phil, here's your next like $5,000 idea. Workout video. Workout video.
I have a garage now, so I don't have to walk from my car in a icy parking lot across hundreds of feet to get to my condo anymore, holding bags and shopping like I used to do when I lived.
Imagine DSP doing a yoga or an exercise video.
Alright guys, welcome to the exercise video. And we're gonna get started with some T-pose. And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my god, he can make like at least a couple $100 easy.
To purposely not stress out my back anymore. I started eating more healthy. All right, this part of the country has way less air pollution, so there's like a million things.
Yeah, but it's Seattle, bro. You're in Seattle.
My back has gotten a lot better, so I've never had to use the yoga, and my back has really at this point.
Yeah, dude, he could do yoga YouTube videos. Susan would love it.
Which is great. I'm lucky.
How can you demonetize yoga?
They don't recover from them. They end up having residual pain and problems for the rest of their life. I am the insanely lucky case where that wasn't the case, and I recovered from it, which is really awesome. So, okay, so let's see if anyone else has questions here. Did I ever consider becoming a professional wrestler? Asked by Anachu. Of course I did. When I was younger, I always had aspirations to do really stupid shit. I want to be in the army. I want to be.
Dude, I would. You want to be in the military or a police officer? First off, the army would spit you the fuck out, and you would be. All right, Brooklyn Nine-Nine fans, you'd be like Hitchcock and Sully. That's who you'd be. That's if you were cop. Oh, dude, that'd actually be pretty great. Put like DSP in like a 70s cop show.
I was stupid. I'm seeing, the late 90s and 2000s. I'm watching wrestling. I'm thinking, man, I would love to be a pro wrestler. Ponage 101 took me $10.99, and he says,
I do remember the Army recruiter story. It's a very hot piece of lore.
Intellectual-looking man. I don't know about that.
I don't remember the details, but I know it's been. I know Kevin went over it in a video.
Well, I definitely appreciate the support.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate anybody who served.
I just think yoga would be good for your period.
Did something that most of us didn't have the balls to do, so thank you.
Probably every hour and 15 minutes you could go get up and stretch. Fair enough. All right, now we got another guy.
TSP tries at the Crucible.
I'm not even going to read what he said at this point, seriously. Okay. Can I do a subscriber goal stream where I teach sedentary gamers how to do TSP yoga? People are just being...
See? No! The pay piggies get it. That's on the same wavelength. That's a pretty good idea, Dark. Just saying. You could have that one literally for free, dog.
Alright, I'm not getting any more questions, really. Can I give a birthday shout out to your friend, Droofy?
Fair enough. Sorry, bud. I didn't know it was about that. Fair enough. Regardless, though, thank you for serving.
So some people... Alright, it's can't ban my socks, but a few other people have brought this up recently. Okay? So... There's been this thing, this I don't even want to call it a movement, but I don't even really understand it, all right? We'll address it here on Ask the King. This is a good place to talk about it.
All right, what are we talking about?
I can give my thoughts. You guys can respond. This whole thing in regards to, like, people who have waifus in video games or anime, or whatever that even entails. I mean, my understanding...
No, we're not doing this again. We're not doing this again, Dark. If we do this again, I gotta drag back a dead meme. And nobody likes dead memes.
It's very limited. I guess what it is that, like, you get a favorite female character.
Nobody likes dead memes, Dark.
A person, like, if they were...
Don't make me say it.
Them or be with them romantically or something like that, I guess. I'm guessing that's what it's supposed to be like. Who's your waifu in Final Fantasy? Is it Aerith? Or is it Tifa? Or is it Jessie? And it's like, for me, alright, my perspective here is as follows.
We're just gonna cover this up with,
fine. If that's how you are, if every time that you play a game,
Have
has
you
females in it,
heard
right? You have to have this
the
waifu
definition of
You
insanity?
have to rank the females against each other for reasons. And definition.
Perfect. Haven't heard of this meme on the channel in months. Let's go, boys.
Same fucking thing over and over again. Expecting shit to change. That is crazy. The first time somebody told me that, I don't know, I thought they were bullshitting. So boom, I shut up. The thing is, he was right. And then I started seeing it everywhere I looked. Everywhere I looked, all these fucking pricks. Everywhere I looked, doing the exact same fucking thing. Over and over and over and over and over again. Thinking, this time, it's gonna be different. No, please. This time, it's gonna be different. I'm sorry. I don't like the way you are looking at it. Okay? You have a fucking problem in your head. You think I'm bullshitting you? You think I'm lying? Fuck you! Okay? Fuck you! It's okay, man. I'm gonna chill here, man. I'm gonna chill. The thing is, alright? The thing is, I killed you once already. And it's not
He's
like
still going.
I'm fucking crazy. It's okay. It's like water under the bridge. Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
That game is a fucking... I love that game.
You know, it's been a while since I've had any kind of thoughts like that whatsoever.
Oh my god, he's still going.
People come on my streams.
Oh my god, wrap it up, Dave.
They're literally trying to do this to get my attention and annoy me, to derail my stream.
Yeah, dude, Far Cry 3 is a great game. That game slaps until Voss dies. Then it kind of falls apart at the end. But then Blood Dragon, and then you're like, hey, Blood Dragon.
Do it on purpose because they feel that it's funny. They feel it gets my goat. It's like jabbing your friend and making a little sly remark to them or whatever. But you have to understand that just because
I never played Primal. I never played Primal. I never played 5, and I never played New Dawn. I didn't play 5 though because I had the ending spoiled for me, and I was like,
do I think
oh.
it's immature? Yeah, I do. I think for someone my age, it would be incredibly immature for me to participate in that kind of stuff. Someone who has a family already to be having fantasy waifus in every game that I play is incredibly stupid and immature and irresponsible and dumb for me. For me and my personal perspective and my personal living situation.
Not going after people with waifus, but
it's completely different.
He can't.
More power to you.
You know what he should do? He should get some hentai artists to commission like Cat as an anime waifu. Then he could be like, I have one.
Happy. More power to them. Who am I to tell you you can't do something in your life that's going to make you happy, right? It doesn't affect me. I'm not in that situation, you know. So more power to you. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. Be happy. But don't come to my stream and constantly derail me with discussions about stuff that you know actively that I'm not involved in and is not going to be a part of my life or my stream.
Cats.
That's my attitude towards any of this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know. So
I mean, dude,
please understand that.
cats.
Respectful.
Perfect.
Right? Don't come to my stream
try
and
it.
cheer
Points.
derail. Who's your waifu? All right, fuck you. You know that's not.
Yeah, sure, man.
That's not
yeah,
my attitude. That's not how I approach it. And by doing that, all you're doing is basically trying to derail the stream and be a jerk. So don't do it. Okay? And that's my honest answer about the situation. Okay? Cashmere Goat cheered and says, do you drive or do you let Cat drive when you run errands? Well, Cat drives all week going to work. So on our day out, when we go out, I drive.
Oh, dude, you were behind the wheel? Oh, that's damn. I don't like that idea.
Waifu posting is a type of meme posting generally. People playfully engage in it for fun. And that's fine.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that, go ahead.
It's just like pig posting. We'll go over that at the tail end of the stream.
Okay.
We only got this, James Lugo, and that left, so,
Timofday, or Timofty, tipped me $2. He said, what do you think is the main difference between Japanese and Western games? Which do you consider better? You enjoyed the Souls games the most, which are all Japanese. I don't think anything's better. I think there's different cultural things that you know, excel.
I don't know too much about Shad, but I
I'm a variety streamer. I like it all.
I got a funny feeling that would be a bad idea. Take a sip.
So there you go. Now you got someone named Ratco who cheered is saying something disgusting.
Sway.
And he expects that like I'm not going to time him out or do something. I am. I'm going to ban him because that's fucking gross, and we don't need to hear sexual shit on the stream. He's just an idiot. Richard Link cheers. I can't wait to watch this. Sorry I'm late. It's always good to see the vest and the glasses.
Oh, dude, we're always positive and spicy on the dark side of the internet. As my voice gets like fucked up at the end there.
I want to hear your opinion on some sports leagues continuing their season. Example, NBA.
Oh,
with no fans in an arena.
Sports.
Suspend it into the next following season. See,
Sport talk.
Like,
okay.
I think that a live crowd is definitely a part of sports that it has become an organic part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very different to have sports participated in, or sports happening with no live participation from a crowd. You know, and you know.
I mean, I ended up watching WrestleMania with a buddy with no audience, and that was pretty hype. I loved the fan. The fan was the best part. And I'm excited for Money in the Bank. I like that it's like going to go through the office. That's going to be hilarious. I know shit about Wrestle, but that'll be a good time.
Sports in general, you know, I've been suspended for a long time. Most sports have been suspended at least 2 months, if not longer, and no one really knows what's going to happen in regards to some sports, while others, like you said, with NBA, they pretty much have a path forward. They want to do it with the arenas empty.
Yeah, I did take a sip. My sleazy ass did. I was thirsty. Had dry mouth.
And the actual competitive nature of winning competition versus putting on a stage show for people. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that being flashy and putting on a show is a part of it. It is, but primarily they need to win games. Versus professional wrestling is very different. I think you could do sports without an audience. It obviously would be very different than what you come to expect, but I think it could be pulled off. Pro wrestling has been very rough without the audience, and a lot of people criticize pro wrestling, saying, "I'm just not going to watch it."
Does Mucho Lucha count as wrestling? Watching wrestling?
I don't know.
The cartoon about the kids who went to the wrestling school.
It really depends on the sport, but I think that
I liked that.
Sports that are competitions could continue with no audience. Would it be as good? I don't know, but they definitely could continue. Okay.
Captain Charisma tipped me $1. You know what they should do? They should get cardboard cutouts, Kevin McAllister style, and rig them up to little like motors and trolleys so they can move. Oh, that'd be dope. And then companies can like pay money to put T-shirts on the little cutouts that are like advertisements.
And that's fine. That's what I keep telling.
Dude, I think I just fixed sports. You're welcome. If any millionaire sports nerds are out there listening, you're fucking welcome.
You guys, like, sadly, there are people out there who see everything as black and white. And if I say I don't like something on a stream, they think that means that I don't think that it's good for anyone, right? I am heterosexual. I will always be heterosexual. That's just who I am. That doesn't mean I disapprove of homosexuality.
Not very funky.
Who am I to say there's something wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and do it. But don't come on my stream and try to force it on me. You know what I mean? That's where you cross the line. And I think that's where a lot of people, sadly,
who's forcing waifus on you, dude? It's just like, yo, what's your favorite big titty anime lady?
Me saying it's outright wrong. I'm not saying
like,
that if you like
that's like the internet equivalent of like, yo, what's your favorite topping on pizza?
Don't then come to my stream and understand why I don't like it when I very, very intelligently explain to you why it's not something that I ever want to participate in.
Yes, we all remember Wall Market from Final Fantasy VII. Good times. Right. Good times.
Oh, look at this idiot.
Ah, let's lean in and manually ban.
You liar, you.
That's a ban one.
I'm just going to ban.
There it is.
Well,
nailed
guys,
it.
God. The stream chat is going so fast, I can't even read any of it. It's all going so fast now, I can't even read it. TM52 Twitch cheer. He says, "Good catch, Phil. You ever get bored of Ask the King after I've done it for like 11 years now?"
Well, it's Q&A, dude. It's always gonna. It should at least always be fresh because you should always be getting fresh questions.
Questions need to be variations of questions you answered in previous questions. Does there need to be canvassing for more interesting questions, or is dead air necessary with a show like this? Like, I don't know what to tell you. I told you guys last year.
Wait, where's my dead air? I have dead air.
What sort of back?
No, I have dead air here somewhere.
No, it's a staple of your content. Don't do away with it.
Dead air.
There it is.
People can watch and get answers to questions, even if you repeat the
answer. Oh, I need to write down the soundboard next time.
Place we can go for that versus when you're just doing live streams and you're doing on a pre-stream or whatever. Imagine not being there.
I'm not either, but my buddy showed me like the hype trailer beforehand, and I was like, that looks kind of fun.
But yeah, I mean, TM52 Twitch.
I want to see people fight through a corporate office.
2 or 3 of the questions today were directly questions that I've answered in the past, and every once in a while I like to renew those answers. At the same time, today I do think there was a lot of topics that were fresh and new and different. Then, fine. That's perfectly fine.
Then what else are you gonna do for your patrons?
Well, you guys seem to tell me you wanted to continue.
Because that's like one of your main incentives for your patrons. You get a question asked on Ask the King, or at least it was for a long time.
Retro Jim Cheers says, "Which girl did you choose in your playthrough of Persona 4? What motivated that choice?" I don't even remember. I don't remember, and I
really everyone from Bloodsports is back. Oh, how exciting!
I don't even know. Tim of Day, Timmy $2 and says, "Have you heard about the Last of Us 2 scandal, where the political agenda destroyed the characters from the first game? What's your opinion of this political stuff going in mainstream games except Japanese?" I don't know because I don't really know. Excuse me. I don't really know much about it. I know I know major story spoilers, but I don't know about these political things that you're talking about, so I can't really talk about it. I'm not going to presume to speak about it when I don't really know the extent of it. Now, after I've played The Last of Us 2, you want to ask me the same question? Fair enough, but I don't think I can really answer it right now. Captain Charisma to me $1.30 and says, back in your PC building days, were you more Intel or AMD? Were you more NVIDIA or ATI? If I remember correctly, I actually built things that were both.
I don't know why you're toxic, Hell Caesar. You seem like a cool guy.
And like an NVIDIA card, and then the other
Your
one
name is one of an underrated Coen Brothers movie.
And in reality, as long as you optimize your system, they pretty much run just as good. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have slight.
I have no opinion on graphics cards. I'm a PC peasant. I'm new to PC gaming. I'm literally just playing Postal 2 and getting excited about it. That's what I'm playing on my PC. How exciting!
From my experience, because I had 2 gaming PCs that I built from scratch, and they both ran well. So I don't necessarily think that one was, oh my god, this is so much better than the other. Maybe one was slightly less frames per second, but it also cost me hundreds of dollars less. So there's always a trade-off, right? So there you go. All right, any other questions, guys? Or shall we adjourn? As you can hear, my voice now is hoarse. I've been talking now for pretty much 3 straight hours. I did hear that basically WWE isn't really mentioning Roman Reigns that much anymore. And we all know it's because he didn't want to be in WrestleMania, or I guess as of now, he still doesn't really want to wrestle because he's afraid of because of his leukemia, that he's had in the past, and maybe he'd be more susceptible to coronavirus. I don't know. I don't know what's really happening there, and it's just speculation, so I don't really like to talk too much about it.
Oh, dude, big ups. Doom 2016, slaps.
And it's up for debate whether it's something that I just have or it's because of my back injuries, or at one point I didn't feel.
I like the Eternal just a little bit more, though.
I constantly moved to feel comfortable because my disc always had issues. It could be that, or it could just be that it's something else. I don't know.
But they're both very good games.
Internet Famous McCoy to me $1.30 says, are there any games you would refuse to play based on the personal views or opinions of overall personality of the game's developers? For me...
Oh, here we go. What dev are we going to shit on?
I think that the work of art is a work of art independent of the opinions of the people who made the work of art. Like, let's say, for example, there's someone who's like a crazy gun nut, and I'm anti-gun. And by the way, I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying this is hypothetical here. There's a director of a movie who's a gun nut, and he's into NRA and gun rights, and I'm completely anti-gun. Does that mean that every movie he ever makes, even movies that have nothing to do with that subject matter, are terrible movies? No. Sadly, there's people who are like that. And that's why, really, I've tried to stay away from talking about politics and religion over the years, because there are people out there who are like, if I don't agree with you on these topics, that means I can't ever look at a piece of art that you ever make or a piece of work that you ever make because I just don't like your personal beliefs. And that's kind of silly to me. Like, I think that you can separate someone's personal beliefs and actions versus the content or the art that they create and see them as 2 completely separate things, at least if you're mature enough to do so. Some people are not, but I feel like they're separate. So, just because Last of Us 2's game creators may be political agenda with feminism doesn't mean that their game's gonna suck. You know what I'm saying? However, you screw me over with your game, I'm not gonna forgive it. Like Tim Schafer being a complete scumbag.
Jesus, dude, get over Tim Schafer, bro.
To make a different game, while the second half of Broken Age was a piece of donkey shit. That's something I don't forget.
Broken Age was alright. It could have been better, but it was.
To me another $2.
At least we got Brutal Legends and stacking.
Because now we don't even have solid release dates for anything, and because of that, I can't get hype over something that I don't know if and when it's even coming out. So I don't even bother really talking about the games this year anymore. Maybe later this year I'll make a new gaming schedule update calendar when we get more dates. But it's hard for me to get hype over games now. We got to see what happens for the rest of this year. So, all right, guys. I think that's going to be it for Ask the King. As you can hear, my voice is getting more hoarse. So what I'd like to do now is end the show. I'd like to say, obviously, thank you all for your overwhelming amount of support on this stream. That's very much appreciated. Thanks to those who hung out, who listened to questions, who submitted questions for the show. I'm going to upload all this the portion of the show. All right? Thank you guys very much for everything. Until next time, which, by the way, the next episode of Ask the King should take place in 2 months, so probably around early July.
Ooh, in the midst of the summer bummer arcs. How exciting.
We'll see what happens, all right? Thank you guys very, very much for all your support, and I thank you for a great episode of Ask the King.
I played Psychonauts when I was super young, and I forgot a lot of it, so I need to go back to it. Alright, boys. Here's the thing. We're going to do a quick palate cleanser. Then I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. No, stop, Dave, please. We're gonna pop this bad boy on. Yeah, it's bullying me for not having ad block. It's painful.
It pays the bills and wires the house. And you go, what can I do? And you'd go, well, you can go and play with the worms in the garden. Yeah.
So anyway, so it's my job to wash up and that, right? And I thought to sort of make it interesting and stuff. I thought, I wonder if I can do it, right? If I didn't have any thumbs.
And so what did you do?
So I just sort of
sliced off your thumbs?
I just sort of held them in, And it's amazing how, like, it took me ages. Just having that one thing gone.
Well, it's part of our evolution, the opposable thumb. Basically, that's when we soared. These are milestones in human evolution. The opposable thumb, the forward-facing eyes, the upright. These are massive things in taking us out of the animal kingdom.
And one day, Carl, you'll walk upright.
Well, what do you mean about eyes facing forward? You mean before we got here, there was people whose eyes were looking in their head?
So when you were doing this experiment, washing up, you say that you found it difficult, it took you ages. So you didn't just give up once you realised how essential thumbs were. No, you actually washed up everything.
I just think of Suzanne walking in and Carl's there, just covered in water and very liquid suds, standing on a pile of broken crockery.
Yeah, plunging his face into the sink every 30 seconds and just swishing his head around.
But we talked about the washing up thing before, haven't we? And I sort of look out of a window, so the sink's in front of the window.
Yeah.
And that's why I quite like washing up, because I can just look out onto the street, see people going past. There's like a local homeless fella called Franco. You know, I look out that he's all right and everything. Sure. But I was looking across the way, right, and there's some some Chinese people who live in a flat, right, really small flat, and they're up till all hours. I don't know what they're doing. But they decide to back up at about 3:30 in the morning. Right? They're always really noisy and that. But above them, there was some woman, right, who the sort of bedroom is on par to our kitchen, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sort of washing up.
Yeah.
And I sort of look across and see this woman with like, you know, no pants on and that, no bra and that.
Naked.
Yeah, just.
That's the word you're looking for.
Yeah. She's just wandering about, you know, on that. So I was like, oh, what's going on here? So I carried on washing up and that, right? And kept looking, and then I was looking and she looked at me. Right. So we made eye contact.
Sure.
So I was like, oh god, right. So what I thought the best thing to do was sort of drop me pants a little bit. just a little bit, just like, you know, I had boxer shorts on and that. I thought if I just show a little bit of sort of arse cheek, then it's kind of like, right, we quits. Right?
I don't understand the thinking.
So Suzanne's watching the telly, right? I think she was watching Sex and the City or something.
Yeah.
She sort of turns around to see how I'm getting on with the washing up, right? She sees me with like my pants sort of down a little bit with my arse out. She said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Don't look now." I said, "But there's a woman over the road, right, with no pants on and that." She caught me looking. I'm just giving her a bit back.
All right, amazing.
Amazing.
There we go.
Amazing. 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 Amazing.
All right, we're gonna. Fuck. There we go. And we'll go back to the first half of the James Lugo interview, and then we're gonna call it quits here, boys, because this has been here for the long haul. I appreciate it. Well, let's get back to this, because I did not know the first half existed when I made the for the shitpost. So we're gonna go into this, and it's gonna be hopefully a lot of fun, because it's with the best content creator in the world, James Lugo. Let's begin. Ooh.
Hey, what is going on, everybody out there? This is James Lugo. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a brand new episode of
I hope this is top
where
tier.
I bring on phenomenal individuals from all corners.
Phenomenal individuals. Phenomenal individuals. Okay.
Of the internet, YouTube, the gaming industry. Definitive discussion where I bring on phenomenal individuals from all corners of the internet, YouTube.
Dude, come on. You burped during that? You couldn't do another take? Come on, dude.
The gaming industry and a whole bunch of different places. We have deep dives into different various conversations.
As I do this late night
you guys want to hear about. If you haven't already, I highly suggest you check out the playlist I have now on the YouTube channel. There is a ton of episodes with a ton of great guests, a whole bunch of great conversations. I know you guys are going to love, but also do not forget, I have the Patreon page. Remember at the
Hey God, let's check. Because remember, getting dark on the show, the whole point was to get more patrons. If I could type, that'd be great. Let's just let's find the Patreon. Let's see that number. Did that number go up in recent events? All right. Since last time I checked, it went up one time. Let's give him some claps. Do I have some claps on the soundboard?
Bitch nigga.
Okay. Nothing I could do. The inputs came out wrong.
$1 level or higher, you're going to get all that exclusive bonus content, including the EX modes for every single one of these episodes. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of cool guests that I've had on
dude, this is literally...
Let me know your guys' feedback.
That's one of the most infuriating parts of this interview and videos, is that the clips are just...
I have a recurring guest.
Recurring?
That I've had you on a couple of my shows over the years and stuff. I have Darkside Phil, DSP.
Oh, dude, wait, there's like classic interviews with these two? Ah.
DSP Gaming
that's exciting.
On YouTube.
That's
but
exciting.
Phil, what's good? I mean, I haven't talked
to
you.
Thank you. I know I nailed it, as I always do.
Yeah, it's been a while. Been super duper busy with keeping up everything with my full-time streaming.
You sound horrible,
which is
Dark.
Cool, congrats, which is dope. You know, a lot of people out here now on YouTube in general.
Okay.
Some of them get into streaming there.
All right, this is gonna be a bit of a deep cut.
Like, you know, they don't.
Have you boys ever seen Bolt, the movie Bolt? You know the main villain, like the producer of the show, who's like the sleazy LA type. James Lugo gives me those vibes of like a sleazy like LA type. I don't know why. He just does.
Last a long time, and I know I've been a fan. At least I've followed you for years.
Yes, there's more interviews. I know, it's
as long as
exciting.
my career has been in the games industry, which is going close to about 10 years now, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah. All right. My first game coverage uploads to YouTube started actually in late 2008. So yeah, I've pretty much been doing ongoing game coverage for almost 12 years now. We're getting there.
Yeah, so I'm just under that because I just hit my 10-year mark in the industry as of January. So
10 years of what? Of 10 years of what, Jake?
And I followed you a little bit after you just started, which I followed a lot of your Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
The movie, all right. The movie Bolt was awesome.
Discovered you. So,
I love
the movie Bolt. I could be. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, people on our level. That's my favorite quote from the James Lugo saga. People on our level,
specifically, because I remember you and me talking on my old YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure about that, right?
That's very, very likely because we've known each other for quite some time. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Because I know you've been on a couple other shows and stuff, but everybody seems to
couple other shows
interviews that we've done and stuff. I'm like, yo.
Because these little internet things are
you know
shows.
What I'm saying? It's like it's crazy. But the reason why I brought you on today, okay, is because we're going to talk about some stuff, and again, we're going to do an EX mode later on for everybody that subs to the Patreon page. So make sure you guys are looking out for that. If you haven't already subbed, make sure that you do.
Leaked out.
But I want to talk with you about, obviously, we got the pandemic going on, which at the time that we're recording this is
we got the apocalypse.
And
it's
there's
awesome.
been a lot of stuff that's happened. There's even
everyone's living like it's Metro.
In my house this morning, so it's been absolutely insane. But you know what's weird about this is that you've been streaming still. Everybody's at home right now. Everybody's checking out stuff on Twitch. Everybody's checking out stuff on YouTube and such.
But other better streamers are streaming too. So.
And you've been putting out content. I think it's every day now, correct?
Yeah, at least 6 days a week full time. Yes.
So tell me, what has that been like for you? Because now, obviously, you've been doing that for a while, even before this pandemic stuff started. What is streaming life like for you right now with everything going on?
Nothing changes for Dark. He leaves the house once a week. Nothing fucking changes.
Well, surprisingly enough, being that this is my full-time occupation, I don't have another job outside of streaming.
Yes,
it really hasn't changed my lifestyle that much. I was around doing these full-time streams way before the pandemic. This is actually my third anniversary just recently of being a full-time streamer. Before that, I was a full-time YouTuber, and then I transitioned over about 3 years ago. But really, not much has changed in regards to like my schedule. But what I've definitely noticed is I have a sharp increase in attendance on my streams. A lot more people are here live because I also archive my streams over on YouTube on my very long-standing channel, DSP Gaming. So if people can't watch it live, they can always catch it on demand afterward. And what I've noticed is not necessarily a decline of views on the YouTube channel, but an actual spike in attendance on the in-person streams because everyone's stuck at home right now.
When you're live, right? When you're live.
Exactly.
Jake, clear your throat, bro.
I do not archive my stuff on Twitch. That's right. When I'm live, more people are watching live.
Trying to get out like a chest burster.
And also, just being very honest, an increase in contributions on the streams because I think the feeling that a lot of people now are here, they're in person, they want someone who, number one, has consistency. Right now, the thing that we all have is a really big interruption in all of our lives of how we normally do things. And to have something that's consistent and to have something that's consistently entertaining or positive is a good thing. I always say on my streams, I want to be the place where you guys can come and just kind of hang out and forget about all that craziness going out in the outside world, unplug from that for a few hours and come hang out with me. I'll be here, 6 days a week. So, you can come hang with me. And hey, that's exactly what people have done. Like I said, more attendance and people just being way more positive. Recently, I'd say probably in about a straight month now that I've seen more attendance and more contributions on my streams.
Which is cool, obviously, for you. A little bit more money, a little bit more donations, which is good. Do you
a
find that a
little extra money? Okay, Jake. Okay.
People now, that spike that you've been getting.
Let's undersell it while we play this game of softball.
And I'm pretty sure there's been a little bit of a change on the archives on YouTube as well. Is that solely just because of the pandemic, or is it because people are discovering you through various different means because of the pandemic? Like, the difference is here, what I mean is that obviously there's a Twitch community. People share different stuff, some of their favorite streamers or whatever. But now that
an
people
outlier
home,
of the community, you're talking to someone who's been ostracized from the Twitch community because they're so toxic, they're so bad news bears that no one wants to get near them.
And I'm curious about this because I found it to be very fluctuating amongst different types of creators, both on Twitch and on YouTube.
Yeah, I would say for gaming is up everywhere, right? Like anyone who's doing anything related to gaming, since everyone's stuck at home, everyone is into video games right now.
True.
So being that I'm a full-time...
Or they're, reading books or watching Netflix. Not everyone just became like a pro gamer because the apocalypse went down, bro.
I'm, video game content creator. That's definitely been a big thing. People are coming out to see, who's playing the new game? Oh, here's, let me check out Dark Side.
It's a game about a shark.
And, they're discovering me for the first time. I've had people in the last month say, I've just kind of stumbled upon your content. And this is really cool. So I would definitely say that element. But on the flip side of that, I would also say, I get the feeling it's a lot of people who would only watch on YouTube. Maybe they don't get a chance to catch the live streams because otherwise they would be at work or at school. And now that there's no work or school, obviously they have a chance to watch it live during the daytime as well. So it's a combination factor, I would say. But definitely there's been an influx of new people in the last month, I've noticed.
So with that being said, though, do you find yourself doing things that are a little bit different?
Quit
now
plugging
that
your
because,
shit,
again, things are
dude.
changed, with everybody's lives.
No
and
one
now
wants to follow you on Twitter.
Have the time
you
or at least
blocked
have the
everybody
means
on the
to
dark
actually
side of
be
the
home and
internet
look at
because you
this
couldn't
stuff.
handle
Again,
it.
Looking at your content, looking at a lot of other people's content, because you're not the only streamer that's out there, obviously on Twitch and on YouTube. People are perusing the internet in different ways. Do you find yourselves doing a little bit different things here and there, whether it's on camera or the types of games that you're playing,
Never
to kind of like either
entertainer.
retain
Never.
that audience or even to get more of those types of people right now?
Yeah, I would say a few things. First of all,
What are you doing
when you
different,
know
Dark?
that there's such a negative thing going on in the real life world, you want to try to at least be someone or be a place where people can not have more negativity, So I've actively tried to stave off any kind of active trolling on my channel. I've had my moderator step it up a page this last month to make sure that we don't get people completely derailing the stream chat, that people can focus on the games. I've tried to actively step out of my comfort zone on being hyper-focused on the game and interact a lot more with the people in the stream chat in a positive way, because I want them to feel engaged and I want them to feel like this is a place you can have fun and escape from, the stress that you have right now in your real life. And it's worked, it's definitely worked. Incidentally, my viewers came up with something very silly in the last month that has been working on a daily basis. It's really silly. So
It's really silly, aka he's like prepping to throw the pay piggies under the bus, but you're running with it, Dark. You're running with it enough to have a lame 50 streak video commissioned for no money, so he just basically had it force made for him. And hyping up the 100, but nope, it's all the fans. Fans made it up, so you're not running with
usually
it at all.
do any kind of a celebratory thing or a stunt if we hit a goal. I almost never have done that. Like, it would be, okay, if we hit a goal today, like, it's a milestone for something, that's great, and we say thanks, but then we just move on. But this weird thing happened about a month ago. I was doing a marathon stream. It was what I call a retrospective, where we go back down memory lane and we watch my content from the last, decade plus that I've been making.
Kind of like reminisce a little bit,
Reminisce about the time John Rambo looked him in the eyes and he felt what love was like.
And it just so happened someone picked a vlog that I had done like 10 years ago, and I was wearing this vest. Like this stuffed vest that you would wear like outdoors when it's colder, like in the fall. And they were like, "We have never seen you wear that vest before. What the heck is that? And do you still have it?" And I was like, "I don't know. Give me a second." And I went downstairs. I looked at my closet. Lo and behold, I had it in the back of my closet.
That's funny.
That's so
untouched.
funny.
Like, I hadn't worn this thing in like 10 years, and it just sat there dusty. So I brushed it off. I put it on, and people were like, "That's hilarious that you have this vest. That's a 10-year-old vest. You never worn it, and here it is." But then people basically said, well, that was a cool thing that happened. That's like a connection with the viewers. If you hit a fundraising goal, like every day on my streams, you know, we have certain things going on, whether it's like a monthly subscribers goal that we try to hit on Twitch, my Twitch channel, or every day I have like a daily tips goal. Gee, can we hit this number of tips today? That would be amazing. And in reality, I almost never do. And I'm very grateful for anything I get, but it's always good to have like a goal that you're striving for.
Yeah, no.
So.
Wow, I love how DSP just went, wow, I get my pay piggies to give me money, and then I dress up. And JJL's like, that's really cool, Dave. That's really cool, Phil. You do that. I want to go back to sucking your dick now.
One day, we hit the tips goal randomly. And I'm like, that's so good. What would you guys like? And they said, go put on the vest. I was like, okay, you really want me to put on the vest? Right, sure. I put on the vest, and I'm not kidding you. It's now been 51 straight streams where I have hit my tips goal, and I keep putting the vest on
because of his vest. Like that's kind of funny. Like
it is funny.
It's crazy. It's nuts. I never
it's
expected
reverse
it. You know,
thoughtery,
I didn't
but we're
think
still
that
gonna
people
act
would
like
care
it's not.
about something
Whatever,
silly
bro.
like that. And you know, I try to come up with other stuff too. Oh, I'll put on a pair of glasses, or I'll put on my hat, and they don't really care about that. They just like, we want the vest.
I remember the hat. Like I remember the 10-gallon hat you have. Like when you do
the
your
10-gallon hat. Can you be any more of a? Oh wow, Phil, I'm your biggest fan. Come on, bro.
That's right. Of 8 vlogs. I remember that. That's been a thing for like years and stuff like that. I remember. I don't remember this vest though. Like,
it just came out of nowhere. The thing I think, reason I think it works is because it's something that was completely out of the blue. It's silly, and it was picked by the viewers. I didn't come up with it. The viewers on the fly kind of figured out this was kind of something silly and interesting. And now, like I said, it's been almost a solid month that I've been streaming that this has been happening constantly.
That's cool. At least that's a cool little thing, you know, despite everything else and going alongside with the streaming stuff. Now, I want to know, though...
Listen to Jake struggle to be like, that's not fucking lame.
About games, though, specifically, like, have you been changing up things that, you know, with the types of games that you play? Because I looked at a couple of your VODs, you know, on various different stuff on your channel and also a little bit on the Twitch stream. I mean, I saw you, obviously, you're going back and playing a lot of Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. I saw now you're playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I just completed that for review and stuff. I mean, you got a mixture of current and, like, retro stuff. Have you been looking at different types of games to stream or at least to play for people now that the pandemic stuff is going on at the current moment?
Well, the thing right now is, for a lot of people like myself who are full-time content creators, the future is very uncertain because we had a lineup of games.
It's the internet, bro. It's shit on the internet. It's always going to be uncertain.
Games that were coming out in the next few months that at this point, because of the pandemic, it looks like exactly. We don't know what's going to happen. We know The Last of Us 2 is now
Cyberpunk,
indefinite.
Big one.
Cyberpunk's been delayed till the fall. Ghosts of Tsushima are supposed to be coming out in May, but if Sony already delayed Last of Us, obviously that's the next one to go. So, you know, we don't really know as content creators what we'll be able to play.
You should be playing retro games. Play some older shit that you missed.
I kind of lucked out because this is a time when there were a significant amount of new releases. Just in the last month,
oh shit! Oh shit! This is a monetized video. Oh no! There we go. Look at that.
Eternal, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, Resident Evil 3 Remake, and those are big, heavy-hitting games that people wanted to see. But I'm a variety streamer. I tell everyone I don't just focus on one game and try to beat it right away. What I try to do is balance my streams. So you come to my stream one day, you're going to see me play a new release. The next day, it's a retro. The next day, it's just like a chill game. And I like that because it gives people variety rather than knowing me just as the guy who does one thing. I don't like
Ghost
to
is going to be fucking
pigeonhole myself into one kind of content. And not to say that there's anything wrong with people who are considered experts at a certain kind of gaming content. That's a whole other, you know, audience and genre than what I do.
Yeah, what other games are coming out?
But definitely what I've tried to do is mix it up. I don't want to just say, okay, I was just doing new releases, but now because there's no new releases, now we're stuck. What do we do? So that's why I've tried to do variety, and I already have a few games on the docket. For example, the viewers did this big viewers' choice poll, and they determined they wanted to see me play Banjo-Tooie, the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie. I'd never played that one before, and I just started that on Friday. And of course, those games from back in the day, the Nintendo 64 era Collection Quest games, very big and very long. You know that one's going to be one that's going to be like, you know, 30, 40 hours if I go for all the items and puzzles in the game. So it's funny because I get the feeling some people who do kinds of content that are always reliant on the hot new release or the hot new viral game may have some difficulty with what they're doing.
Am I on Twitch? I don't think I would last on Twitch, buddy.
I don't think they'll like me over there on Twitch.
Having to just do a big variety of stuff, so that way, even if the new releases dry up, I still kind of have stuff on the back burner that I can bring into my streams and not run out of content.
So let me ask you this, though, because I think that you bring up an interesting point. Do you think, though, at least for the people that are playing some of the new games now, again, we're talking in the April timeframe, we're going into May and stuff, some of the newer releases are longer games. Final Fantasy VII Remake is a big one. I saw you playing Animal Crossing New Horizons not too long ago. Doom Eternal, I think, is also pretty meaty as well. Some of these games now, luckily for us, are games that are going to be playing for 20 plus hours in some way. Do you feel like at least those types of games are going to balance out, at least, you know, not being able to get some of those bigger games that are going to be coming out later on? Granted, again, in your case, you're playing some older games like Street Fighter, like Banjo-Tooie, etc. But at least with some of these newer games, there are longer games that you're going to be spending time with that will keep people interested and at least allow you to keep...
Yeah, dude, Assassin's Creed Valhalla looks fun. I'm ready to be a Viking. I could be
absolutely, and you know, not just someone like me, but just the common gamer. You know, right now, everyone's got their purse strings tightened because of what's going on.
Big time.
And
everyone's got their purse strings tightened, but you're expecting people to give you $200 a day for you to play dress up.
What are you, fucking gay?
If you're looking to see what game you want to buy, are you going to buy a game that's a 5-hour experience or a game that's a 50-hour experience, right?
That's some discipline,
it's
man.
actually very fortuitous.
I platinumed one game. I platinumed Jack and Daxter 1. That was it.
Meaty games that have all come out within a very short period of time. And some games, like you just mentioned, Animal Crossing, that game doesn't have a definitive ending. That's a game that's very relaxed.
Straight up.
That's right. You simulate a community. It's very, very relaxing. You know, you want to stress-free gel.
That sounds like it's over
that's
Discord.
That people could be playing for months and months. Hey, for a year. The other thing is they've already had content updates with holidays and things.
That's
April, a perfect kind of game to come.
Yeah, they had.
Right. It's a spring.
Maybe they should have an event called International Clear Your Throat Day.
Time stuff hitting, and man, did they make out? They are such a high, very high selling game. Which I think shocked everyone how many copies of Animal Crossing sold just because of the kind of game it is right now. I think you've got content creators, you've got
fun games,
the standard gamers. Everyone is into it, right? Absolutely, everyone is like, that's a game that we would want right now because it fills that gap until we get more bigger, higher new releases.
Exactly, and I feel like it works out for you.
Wait, this is the same footage.
Again, that's a game that could almost.
Jake, this is a 28-minute video, and you're using the same footage. Come on, man. Oh, hang on. We gotta...
Oh, shit. Daddy. Wow. Wow.
What are you doing, guy?
Get on with it.
Yes, never end, but it's like you play it for such an extended period of time. And even if those games that are big now,
man.
Like Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima,
how hard is it to hit the capture card?
Even, again, there's
hit record an Elgato game
just
capture.
Look at the list there, just see like what's coming out at the end of this year. It can tide you over, and you can even just survive on those games as a Twitch streamer, as a content creator, because there's communities that just of people that care just about those games, which is crazy.
Yep,
that's right. You decided not to be a variety.
Those are the only Sly Cooper games that matter.
Because there's just so much things.
Thieves in Time
is
a thing.
With chat, interacting with other content creators, just creating your stuff so people could just contribute to the types of the types of things you could do in the game and all these different types of things like that. Again, that's just one example. But what do you feel like, at least right now, being in the pandemic that we are right now, what type of games would you avoid? Because I think it's interesting, like, there's all these different games that we would dive into. What are the types of games that you would avoid, though? Like, for me, I mean, granted, Street Fighter, that's your jam, that's my jam as well, and that's like something that the FGC would really be all over, even in times like this.
Don't go follow him on Twitter.
What are the types of genres or the types of games that you would
actively block you if you say anything mean? You don't like negative
I hate to say it, but there's probably going to be a lot of games that are not lengthy experiences that may be really cool. We're going to be very apprehensive about spending money on a shorter game.
I just thought of something right now, like a game that I think that a lot of people would avoid, granted, the name aside and stuff, would be Resident Evil 3 Remake, because the Resident Evil 3 Remake is kind of short, but
people bought the Resident Evil 3 Remake during the apocalypse.
And you know what? Fair enough. If it didn't have the Resident Evil brand name, it probably wouldn't have done very well. Because, compare that to Resident Evil 2 Remake, which was pretty much twice as long.
I'm buying that SpongeBob game for myself.
That's what's going to happen is you're going to have people now making these direct comparisons. Well, wait a minute. Final Fantasy VII Remake is like 40 plus hours. Doom Eternal is like 20 to 25 hours just playing single player. I didn't even touch the multiplayer yet, right? And then you look at Resident Evil 3 Remake, and you're like, well, Doom Eternal
multiplayer is fun. I played probably like 10 hours of it. It was a lot of fun.
Like 7-8 hours, and it's $60. And yeah, there's a multiplayer mode, but it really has nothing to do with the core game.
You were right.
Is this something that I want to sink my money into? Now, by the way, I played Resident Evil 3 Remake, and even though I agree with a lot of people that it's not as good as Resident Evil 2 Remake, I do think it's an outstanding game, so it's definitely worth playing.
Yeah, hi Toy Story ads. Oh, I love Toy Story to pieces, though.
You're going to get quality out of it if you play it, but if you're really looking for bang for your buck, you're right. I mean, only 8 hours for $60 is a pretty hard sell. So honestly, what may happen is one of two things. Either people are going to flock to cheap games, so this may be a time when indie games...
The sales right now on eShop and PSN, that they're making a killer right now. I don't know if you saw the big Japan sale. Like, there's some big games on there.
Yeah, of course. Of course we go right to the Weeb games. Like, you fucking course.
Just for fans, people that just love games and stuff, that are big sale items that people could just pick up for like $10 or less.
Anything that's a cheap price point right now is going to sell, even if it's not necessarily the best game, because people are trying to stretch their wallets. And... that's
people are trying to stretch their wallets, but give them money.
Typically are cheaper, are going to end up, getting, I think, a lot more high-profile highlighting. And any mainstream hyped games that may have come out during this time period have to have meaty content, or else you're going to have people who are going to be very apprehensive about buying them. So, it's funny because we talk about Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know how long that game would have been. We don't know if it's even coming out still in May.
So let's talk about it. But if that's a game
that after reviewers get their hands on it, they're like, yeah, it's 12 hours long. I don't know if people are really going to be willing to spend their hard-earned money right now when things are tight on a game that's not going to give them a lengthy experience.
You could still have a sweet experience that's short and stuff, but I think now there's a lot of other factors that come into it that are influencing the buying decisions for a lot of people. And again, the big sales coming out now with the eShop, with PSN, with Xbox Live, stuff like Games Pass, and even the bunch of the free games that people are just getting now from these different companies are really changing up like the buying habits of a lot of people, which I think is going to work out in the end. Granted,
Goes to sashimi
in isolation and stuff. One thing I do also want to ask though, because again, I feel like you would know a little bit about this, being streaming like all the time and stuff. What do you feel like, at least in your opinion, is the toughest thing when it comes to streaming at a time like this? Because granted, like you said before, you've already been streaming from home for the longest now.
Phil,
but now that
this shouldn't really affect him as much. That's what I'm saying, Jake.
Kind of like shifting in the landscape for streamers and for content creators now during this pandemic. What is the most difficult thing, at least for you right now, to do with your own content?
Oh, it's a good question. I would say there's actually two distinct things that I kind of have to focus on. And the first is understanding that my streams are a place where people are coming to kind of escape the stress of real life. Yeah. I can't make my stream a political soapbox. I can't make my stream...
That's the thing right now for everybody. Like, everybody's got to deal with that because that's, like, so rampant.
Well, it's almost like everyone is all political
about what's going on in the world and what should have been done, what can be done. And I don't want that to happen on my stream. I don't want people to start getting all arguing about the implications of politics. Or, I'll be honest, do I ban talk about the coronavirus on my streams? No, I don't. But at the same time, I make it known right before every stream I do. Like, listen, a lot of people are really messed up and stressed out right now. We're in a bad way.
Does it get bad right now, like with that? Because I know
this is a rough game of softball,
it can get pretty bad, and sometimes they'll use like
the bench warmers,
or even they'll just let it be.
Would not be proud.
It's so rampant.
The thing is, like I said, I definitely don't want to ban discussion. It's the biggest thing going on in the world right now. You can't ban outright discussion of it.
Ignore it.
Exactly. It's everywhere. But at the same time, that's kind of my point, is it's already everywhere. It's not like there's a single person who's been living in a cave who came out and said, what's this? Everyone knows what's happening. So I don't want my gameplay stream that's supposed to be an escape for people to then become... Let's just talk about this all day. And I tell my viewers right up front, I'm okay if we want to talk about it, but understand I'm not going to personally derail my stream talking about it the whole stream. We want to touch upon it once or twice during the gameplay.
He keeps asking very similar questions because he can't ask the big questions because Phil went, oh, don't ask any of these hard-hitting questions or any of these really important questions. Just keep it to video games during the apocalypse. Sounds good.
Great, but please let's not have giant discussions half of my stream about it, because there are people who are just trying to chill out. And if you come to a stream, you start hearing about it, you're stress out, right? It's the opposite of what you're going to a gameplay stream for.
So let me ask you this then: like, have you ever thought about maybe at one point doing something like that? Because every once in a while, like it's good, maybe
just
one day
like Quarter Pounder
to maybe at least have that, or at least I've seen some people at least engage in that stuff. But at least in your case, would you ever think about something like that?
What was that again? Because you actually cut out when you said that.
No, what I said is that did you ever think of it maybe at one point maybe having a stream where you do allow that type of talk like that, or maybe maybe not so much like an Ask the King type of video, because I know you put that up on one of your channels and stuff, but like just a stream where you're just like, okay, let's just talk about.
That was the best part of the Quarter Pounder interview.
It'd be that little cathartic experience.
Was when they bounded over their.
You know what? What I do is every major stream that I do in the morning, I have a segment before we get to gameplay where we just talk.
Yup,
I actually do this every day to make sure that we have hot topics that anyone wants to talk about, so if we can get out of the way. So that way when I get to gameplay, I still want to interact with my audience, but if there was any burning questions or anything that people wanted to talk about, we could get that out of the way beforehand, and that's really why I do that, so that we can focus on the games. But yeah, I would say Ask the King, which is my Q&A show.
Celebrate Gout 100, hell yeah. Oh no, how many fucking ads is on this, Jake? Holy fuck. This content is not worth the ads.
It's coming up this week, and incidentally, I get the feeling I'm going to get a lot of questions on that show about, worldwide pandemic and all kinds of stuff there, and that's really why I would try to at least hone in on a topic and give an intelligent answer. It's very hard when you're trying to play a game to juggle that with an intelligent answer, especially when there's some people who are hanging out with you every day. Exactly. Imagine right now I'm playing Neo 2. Very difficult game.
Hell no. I do not wish that on anybody, because I had to write the guide on Neo for IGN, and that's tough. Oh my god.
Yeah, you die with 1 or 2 hits for most of the game. Yeah, I really want to be now trying to give you an honest, intelligent, and mature answer about something serious when I'm getting slaughtered by these demons every 2 seconds.
I know. Exactly. Why are there so much ads in this content?
Following along with your question, the other half of the thing here is that during this whole pandemic, even though I've been incredibly lucky to have this vest streak, as I call it, happen, as silly as it is,
He's so lucky that he got to scam his audience.
Want to be constantly talking about income and money, because I realize I'm one of the luckier people on this planet. I get to work. I get to work from home while a lot of people are out of their jobs.
A lot of people sent home right now.
Exactly, and they can't make any money. So how ridiculously selfish would it be for me to now be talking to people about money and you better step up and contribute? That'd be ridiculous.
I've seen that on some streams, and I think it sometimes could be very obnoxious. Like, again, with different types of streamers out there that are doing that so blatantly out in the open. You've seen that a lot in different news sources and stuff. I think that now a little bit of reading the room could go a little bit further with some people like that, because
that's right.
Again, everybody right now is just dealing with some shit, and it can be a little bit frustrating for some people.
For me, my philosophy when I stream,
pretty much. I worked at IGN, subscribed to my Pay Me Tons.
These days is, I've been around the block. I've seen every aspect of raising funds while you're creating content. And for me, the most successful formula is do your thing, make something that's positive and fun. And as long as other people feel that what you're making is positive and fun, you're going to get that support. It's going to naturally come. Harping on that is not going to help. In fact, a lot of times harping on, oh man, things are slow today, that's going to have the opposite effect. That's going to turn off your view.
But you used to do that. You can't do that anymore because you were wearing that stupid little vest, and you're like, oh, stream is good today, but the first time we lose that streak.
Audience, and especially during a worldwide pandemic when a lot of people do not have money, doing that is just so off base from what you should be doing as a content creator.
Definitely. I think that, again, that's very, very true for a lot of people. And I think that a lot of creators tend to forget that sometimes, especially getting caught up in the whole crazy flare of everything and stuff. But, Phil, thank you so much for chatting up with me on this episode of Definitive
Discussion. That's how we're ending it?
It's always a trip, because, again, we don't talk as much. Again, we haven't talked in, mad long and stuff. So this
I wonder why you haven't talked to Phil Burnell in air quotes, mad long. I wonder why. Let me try to put my finger on it.
Cool treat for me and whatnot. But you're on the socials, right? Where can everybody find you?
At They Call Me DSP
That's
on Twitter.
Goddamn right, Caesar.
My Twitch account is twitch.tv/DarkSidePhil. And on YouTube, youtube.com/DSP Gaming.
So definitely go check that stuff out, guys. There'll be links in the description box below. Go send them some owl hugs if you're listening to this episode, because we like sending owl hugs.
What the
people
fuck is an owl hug?
Because it's up for Squirtle Squad emotes and gifts and stuff.
Squirtle Squad?
Right before, because I know me and you are going to talk a little bit more on EX mode, but right now, what is some other stuff that you're working on right now? What games are you streaming at the current moment that are coming up soon?
I am juggling currently Final Fantasy VII Remake, Neo 2, and I just started Banjo-Tooie. I'm doing a lot of what I consider more chill late-night streams, such as Animal Crossing, Minecraft, and Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. So a big variety of stuff. Yes. And coming up, my viewers, again, during another Viewers' Choice event poll, actually said I should play a game that I missed out on last year because I didn't really know much about the franchise, even though it's one of the biggest franchises that I believe Nintendo has right now, Fire Emblem.
Oh, you never played a Fire Emblem game? Oh, you're going to have so much fun.
Yeah. So that's going to be exciting. Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yeah, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the next kind of game on my agenda. And then after that, there's so much else that's been going on. I believe that there's actually a Dragon Ball Z Kakarot DLC that covers Dragon Ball Super that's going to be coming out this coming week. And there's a few odds and ends I've missed out on that I may be playing. But really, as a content creator, as I already said, it's kind of up in the air. We don't know what's going to happen in May. What games will really come out and what won't. So really, it's kind of
play a bunch of shooters from the build ended.
I tell you right now, you're going to have a lot of fun with
Fire.
You're going to be at that for a while. Let me put it that way.
Supply.
That's going to be crazy. But again, Phil, thank you so much for chatting with me on this episode, guys. Remember, check out all the different episodes I have up on the channel right now. And don't forget to join up with my Patreon page. $1 level or higher, you're going to get not only this bonus EX mode that I'm going to do with Phil very soon, but you're going to get all the other EX modes that I've done with all my guests up to this point, as well as a bunch of other great exclusive content that I have on the channel. So definitely check all that stuff out. Leave me a comment down below in the comment section. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you love this episode. But with that being said, we will talk to all of you again very soon. Peace out and stay epic, everybody.
Stay epic and that face. Look at this. Oh, amazing. Let's leave a comment. Oh, we can't.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. The night goes on as I'm fading away. I'm sick of this life, I just wanna scream. How could this happen to me?
Alright, well, I guess on that note, since that's it. It's been going on pretty late. It's already 3 in the morning where I'm at, so we should probably all go to bed. If you guys have any closing thoughts, say them now. But thank you so much for coming to my weird-ass trash fire dumpster stream. It was fun. We learned a lot, as in fucking nothing. But it was still a good time. I know, that the like-to-dislike ratio on a lot of the videos around the interviews are very funny. Yeah, it's Mother's Day. Go say hi to your mom. Loved all the tractors. Hell yeah, man. We're all partying it up on the John Deeres, man. Represent. No, we're not gonna do some human centipede shit, bud. I don't think that's a good idea for this hour. But that is gonna be it for me. If you want to follow me, you can do that on my Twitter. It's right there at BasedOslo. You can subscribe to the channel if you want. Anyway, thank you so much again for coming to the stream, having a fun time, being one of the Giggle Boys. Thank you so much again for watching. Be safe and make good choices.